What up, folks? Welcome. Get on in here on this Saturday afternoon. 17-second interview answer from Bill Comic-Con. Kevin Feige. Is that the first comment? I guess that's chill. Okay, yeah, let's say. Gotta be.
Did he actually say it? Well, obviously he said it. Christ. Is there like video evidence of him saying it?
I don't know. That's true. Here. All right, there we go. Let's set up here. Just wait for people to fill in. How you doing this afternoon, Chill? Finishing up the banner here, but I don't gotta say too much. As okay, got a couple more people. Smash the like for us. We're gonna get started with Behind the Cape first today. Got a packed show there, and then with some efficiency and some luck, we may have a guest on for Dubs and L's. So hopefully that works out. Michelle, who we talking about? What's going on, Mr. Layton? DeMarcus Vaughn, what's going on? Michelle, who? Who we talking about?
Shannon Sharp, Michelle? Oh, Michelle Beadle. It was Felix.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. We I guess we'll discuss. We'll definitely discuss. It always shocks you when you hear it. You know, because it'd be like, all right, so now did it come out? It was with a Freudian slip, or did it come out because you really be saying that shit and then you just forgot where you was at and it just kind of like slipped, you know? Like it could go either way. It could always go either way. What do you think, Felix? Before we discuss, you think it was a mistake or is that just a slip of a common tongue for her? That was crazy. That on TV.
He definitely said it.
Doing well. Bronny putting his foot down in the league, the Premier League. I mean, listen. I said about Bronny. Where was I talking about? Was that on Pantheon? Had to be. That was the last time I was on. Or no, Saturday with Johnny. We were talking about it. And I think that he should start preparing himself for like after basketball. Like, you think like more DDG. You know, he has
DDG?
He has DDG.
It's all you said, DDG.
No, I said DDG. Like he has a very successful social media presence. You know, and it's not really built on, at least, I mean, if you like it, you like it, but it's not like there's a whole lot of there right now, at least. Like there's not a whole lot of, what am I looking for? Like, I'm not trying to call him not talented, but like he doesn't have a lot of proven content. Like he don't have a bunch of albums or, you know what I'm saying? He's been streaming for less than a decade. It's just not a lot of reputation built, but he has a lot of popularity. And he's found a way to kind of upgrade his status around that, even outside of Haley Bailey. So I think that that is a good model for him. Not this basketball thing. Leave this basketball thing alone, you know. Leave that to the hoopers. DeMarcus Vaughn, I appreciate you. Donald Trump won the election and could step down because of his age. JD Vance will be oh shit. Don't come on, fam. Please stop.
True.
I guess I never thought about the prospect of Donald Trump, you know, going completely batshit just like Biden did. But I mean, shit, we're already halfway there. We're already halfway there. Don't say that. He was just playing. He was just joking. That was a joke that he said just there on the stream. Felix says, nah, she around people who let her say it because it came out too smooth. That's how it felt to me. But then I wanted to give her just the slightest bit of bail because I know when I'll say some crazy shit, just like talking. Oh, blah, blah, blah. And the slip of a tongue can make it sound like something that you did not mean to say at all. At the same time, when it's that word, you are very rarely going to get the benefit of the doubt on that. You're very rarely going to get the benefit of the doubt. Appreciate the $5, DeMarcus Vaughn. Giving Michelle a pass, but filling it in her permanent record. Oh, yeah, for sure. Filing in her permanent record. No, she's definitely getting a side eye regardless of whether or not you thought she did it on purpose or not. Or whether or not it's something that's in her vocabulary on the regular or not. She's still getting a side eye, Still getting a side eye. What's going on, Professor Film Fan? Kev Z, appreciate it. What's going on? Hey, look at that. Now we up and rolling for show.
Sound check real quick.
Yeah, how we sound? Before we get going here on Behind the Cape.
Making sure we sound good.
Nice. For show.
For sure. I'm getting that.
Getting that for show. Shout out to Superbad.
Superbad or 40 over? No, it was Superbad.
Oh, Superbad, right?
Yeah.
I'm hitting that for show.
Hey, cool.
Do you think Kamala will get impeached?
Impeached?
How will she get impeached? From her vice presidency?
Impeached or impeached?
It says impeached. From her vice presidency? I mean, I know she's going to be removed here, pretty soon because of the, transition of power. But
You might as well.
What would she get impeached for? I mean, I don't think so. That would be a weird move in the last days of what's going to be a transition of power. Anyways, I think that would just be more turmoil for Democrats. I don't see any reason why they would do that. But I mean, I guess stranger things have happened in politics.
Stranger things.
Kevin says they're gonna try all types of shit. I feel like. So I don't know if that has anything to do with what's being floated about her trying to get on the Supreme Court, like maybe replacing Sotomayor.
I saw that.
I don't know if that would involve impeaching her as vice president. I think you could just have Sotomayor retire and then nominate Kamala Harris here before you transition over to Trump. I don't know, man. The election shit has really got my skin crawling because I was already tired of it as it was. And to see the kind of abysmal showing that the Democrats had at fighting Trump, it just, they didn't take the lessons from it that you would hope they take. There's a lot of blame at people who really weren't to blame for what happened. You know what I'm saying? By and large, if you look at the demographic, of the voters, the exit polling, overwhelming support from white women. Overwhelming. Damn near 70%. I thought it was 60. It is almost 69 something, 69.8 or something like that. Damn near 70% of white women voted for Trump. Right? Obviously, you expected 80% of white men to vote for Trump.
For sure.
But 70%. So, again.
Starting to get into my dubs, bro. What's up with you?
Oh, that's in your dubs? My bad. I guess we pause the election talk. I guess
it ain't a lot. I got something that I wanted to, posit.
I will pause.
You and the team.
Yeah, I will
squad. Pause. Shout out to Cameron Taylor. What up? And then shout out to Kev Z telling everybody to sub. If you're not already subbed, make sure you do so.
Appreciate it.
Make sure y'all like this stream, get it out there and whatnot. Share it with anybody if you can. Yep. Shout out to Chicago, by the way. All right. You ready?
Yeah.
Cool. Behind the Cape. All right, let's see. First of all, we've got to start this thing off with a RIP to Candyman.
Yeah, RIP Candyman, man.
That's a tough one, unfortunately. Tony Todd, he's been in Candyman, Final Destination.
Yeah, I really liked him in Final Destination. Like, obviously, the Candymans were what they were. They were good films at the time. You know, good entries in a black horror genre. Was that John Singleton? I think,
Candyman?
yeah.
Uh
Check that out for me. I don't know.
got you.
I was gonna throw an extra RIP in there, man.
I can't tell. I don't think so.
No.
I don't think it was. But now that you said it,
Either way,
makes me think.
either way, good projects. Final Destination. His role in Final Destination was better to me personally.
Yeah,
Kind
I
of,
see what
it
you mean.
was the first time that you actually had the role of death defined. Like they always thought they had it figured out in the first couple of movies. By the time you get to Final Destination 3, where he's working in that morgue and he's able to actually break it down to people, and then he shows up, I think, in 4 at the funeral of some of the kids that died, and he's, you know, he's kind of guiding them through. You didn't have that in the early films. You didn't have that in the first 2. There was nobody explaining shit. You had the crazy girl from number 1, from Final Destination 1, but she was in a damn asylum. They had to damn near break in and go talk to her.
Mhm.
So like he kind of was like the guide on the journey. You know what I'm saying? The wisdom. I liked his role in that franchise a little bit better.
First of all, I forgot Candyman was in Cabrini Green, so shout out again to
Yeah,
Chicago.
shout out.
But no, I think the craziest story, or the one of the stories that came up from hearing of his passing, was the fact that he was paid $1,000 per bee sting when he had the bees in his mouth in Candyman. They paid him $1,000 per bee sting. He walked away with $23,000 just for that scene alone.
Jesus, he actually put them hoes in his mouth.
Yep.
Ugh.
Because I guess the director wanted him to, and he was like, "Nah, unless I'm getting paid for it,
That's crazy.
unless I'm getting a check." And they paid him $1,000 per bee sting.
Yeah. Even still, man, I ain't tricking myself out like that. That is
Hey.
insane.
He
23
walked away
bee
from
stings
set
in
like
your mouth?
23 big ones. I'm going to the club with this one.
Yeah, we would have had to do a little bit better than 1,000 per.
I mean, but it was early 90s.
but yeah, I about to say 23,000 in a day. I guess is impressive, but
And then on top of, obviously what he's getting for the
man,
role.
that
of the
had
film.
to have been a rough few days after.
Oh, I bet.
That's
I bet. But hey, he a hustler out here. All right. Okay. So this one came from Chillmonger.
okay.
Just got it today. I did. And apparently Kevin Feige has a list of top 3 moments from the MCU. Now I know we're trying to stay away from the MCU.
No, I mean, this is an interview. This is an
interview,
not
though.
even just talking about past already done content. Line it up. What's going on?
So his top 3, according to Kevin Feige himself, would include Tony Stark saying, "I am Iron Man," the portal sequence with the Avengers, and Black Panther being revealed for the first time.
So when you asked me, when we were setting up, and you asked me what I thought the 3 things he would say would be, what did I say?
You said
Black Panther.
You said something from Avengers Endgame.
Yep. Mhm.
And then I don't think you.
And then I said Spider-Man was the last
Spider-Man,
thing
that's what it was.
introducing
Yeah.
Spider-Man.
Two
But-
or 3.
Yeah, I got 2 out of 3. What else do you expect this man to say? What do you expect this man to say? He's going to highlight Black Panther because he doesn't want to be seen as the whitest white guy in the room, even though the in-game thing is obvious. That was the crescendo to the best years of their work. And then what was the other thing he said? What was the third thing he said?
Tony Stark saying,
I am Iron Man. I guess so. He's an Iron Man fan, I guess.
Yeah.
But that was also pretty early on in the process, so that was a jumping off point. So he's kind of giving you a time from each period of the MCU. Look, if Black Panther is one of your more prouder moments in the MCU, then what was it when you retired it? Then what was that exactly? Was that second most proud, or was that the worst day of your life? If that was the proudest moment of your life, was introducing T'Challa, because that's who the Black Panther is.
why is he not in the MCU anymore?
Then what exactly was it that allowed you for him to not be seen in any other iteration thus far? It just, that doesn't really line up to me, unless you're telling me you're handcuffed and people are twisting your nipples about it.
Oh, I love the Black Panther, but
Love it so much.
Time to get rid of him.
It's one of my favorite moments. I'm so glad I'll never see it again. What is this? What we talking about?
It's your boy. All right, let's talk about Jaleel White.
Jaleel?
Jaleel has some things to say about a potential Family Matters reboot.
Oh, man.
As
Yeah.
you mentioned, he's probably making a good amount of money from.
Hold on.
This nigga just gets up and leaves. Obviously, Jaleel White is probably making a good amount of money from the syndication of Family Matters. Family Matters is literally everywhere. It's always on TV, pretty much whenever you want to see it. I'm surprised more comments weren't made about Eddie Winslow and his lover choice. Oh, are you getting the yeah, so Jaleel White has some things that he decided to say about the fact that they had come to him and multiple people, I would assume, about doing a Family Matters reboot. And for some reason, he decided against doing the reboot.
That's selfish.
Are you in the shot or not? Yeah. So first of all, I don't think it should just be Jaleel White's word as to whether or not this goes forward. But then the fact that he didn't want to do it because it would be too similar to the Fuller House reboot is insane. So I guess you just don't want a successful reboot of your show. That doesn't read to me at all.
Not only that, so the man, I had 2 interviews saved in my bookmarks here about this situation with Jaleel White, right? So he has one interview where he's talking about his idea for the Urkel reboot. You want to know what it was? Oh, well, man, I grew up in the 90s. I was in public school and I went to public college, and this was all while I was recording Urkel, and it's just really hard for me. I want y'all to shoot that story. Now raise your hands in the chat. That sounds like something you'd earmark $10 to $20 million for an entire season. A show about Jaleel White playing Urkel. Not the Family Matters you know and love, but something specifically and only centered around goddamn Jaleel White.
A show about him playing we'll admit, a well-loved character, and then also balancing that with public school.
So like, I guess I understand the slant or the pitch. My problem is that even if you liked that concept, the continuation of the original show has to be the plan A. It's gotta be plan A, because
Sure.
I mean we've seen this over and over and over again.
It works.
Reboot successfully, but Girl Meets World, Raven's Home, Fuller House, everybody's doing it that way. It works. No, but I'm Jaleel White, right? So we got to reinvent the wheel. We got to do this the way that no one else is doing it. For me,
can I shoot Jaleel White a little bit of bail?
Go ahead.
If the show is of a person playing a beloved character and having to balance that out with being a regular teenager at public school, we know that also works as well.
Do we?
Yep. It's already been done. It's a show called The Famous Jet Jackson. Where he plays Silverstone.
That boy wanted to be Lee Thompson Young so bad. He wanted to be Lee Thompson Young so bad. See, he got famous for playing the nerd. Lee Thompson Young got famous for playing an alpha male, playing a dog, and a super agent on TV, and an all-around great guy off of television at home.
Yeah.
Right? That was, man, again, never to be seen again. That show will never be created again on Disney. Not like that.
Damn, I kind of want to watch Famous Jet Jackson now.
Damn, that's a shot right here, boy, because that was about the only time that you could say that we, like specifically our demographic, was the face of Disney.
Proud Family.
No. Our demographic, black boys.
Boys. Okay.
Black boys. Okay. That we were the face of Disney.
For sure.
Lee Thompson Young.
And that was probably the most popular show.
Oh yeah,
at the time.
So we're gonna get 5 seasons.
Yeah. So no, I agree.
Yeah, no, yeah. R.I.P. to him, man. That was very sad to see him go.
Facts. You want to talk about Christmas movies that aren't really Christmas movies?
Oh my God. Go ahead, man.
Apparently, oh wow. Marte says Jet Jackson sucked and the Jersey did too.
First of all, watch your mouth. I don't give a shit
That's
about the jersey,
crazy.
but we can hit about famous Jet Jackson.
Samuel L. Jackson was the shit.
But he was the number one actor. He was bigger than Hillary. He was before Hillary Duff. He was before who else came? Hannah Montana. He had no famous daddy to get him his door into Disney, nor did he have some prior relationship with a great Hollywood comedian like Bill Cosby when Raven got her foot in, right? There was no, hey, I worked with this person, let me get an opportunity. No, general casting call.
I would say the entire show was
casting
no
call.
idea that I
Yeah.
knew.
Built up from scratch, beloved character, organic, grassroots support. Lee Thompson Young was nobody. He was nobody before Jet Jackson. He turned that character into something. Don't you talk about Lee Thompson Young.
That's crazy. All right. What was I talking about? Oh, Dear Santa. Yeah, so Jack Black has a Christmas movie that's coming out that's not really a Christmas movie. He's playing the devil.
Yeah, so
what part of Christmas is that?
yeah, here's the premise. Let's pause real fast and read the super chat by DeMarcus Vaughn.
What do y'all think about the Pop the Balloon Challenge? I feel like I've mentioned the Pop the Balloon Challenge. Did I not? Have I not? You know what the Pop the Balloon Challenge is. We've talked about it.
The
dating show.
Oh man, hell with that show. Hold on, DeMarcus Vaughn. Let's park that for a second.
I watch it.
You watch it?
I watch it from time to time.
We
I don't
appreciate the
stay-
$5, man.
I don't stay up on it all like that, but like from time to time I watch it.
I think that they are destructive to communal relations. I think most of them shows are the rating shows, the dating shows, the swipe left, swipe right shit. I think all of that shit is destructive to our communal stance. But that's just me. I could be preaching right now, but that's
and I don't fuck with the 20v1s. I think 20v1s.
I think all that shit is kind
That shit is
of
trash.
weird energy.
All right. Okay.
There we go.
So yeah, Santa is Satan in this situation?
So here's the thing. Kid writes a letter to Santa, can't spell. Writes it to Satan. Satan gets the letter. He gets intrigued, comes to Earth, finds the kid. It's a buddy film, yada yada, humanizing the devil. Oh, but the premise is that the whole time the devil's trying to talk him out of his soul. Merry Christmas.
I don't.
Merry Christmas. Happy Jesus
yes,
birthday day.
The letters in Santa are the same as they are in Satan.
Happy Jesus birthday day.
That's it.
This is the problem that people have with pagan holidays in the first place, because they feel like the commercial ability of it makes it very performative and not really about what it's supposed to be, which is, your religious stance.
Mhm.
So when you've taken it, the barometer so far in the opposite direction from Nick, we so far from Bing Crosby's White Christmas on this one. Like this is like North and South Pole. Literally North and South Pole. You can't get no further from each other. So when you push it that far, you end up with a movie, a Christmas movie called Dear Santa, featuring Jack Black as the devil. No, it's not lost on me the irony that Jack Black is not only a Jewish man playing in a Christmas movie, but is playing the devil in a Christian holiday movie.
Jack Black is Jewish?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Huh.
So yeah, it's a real head scratcher for several reasons. Who the fuck?
No, he describes himself as an atheist.
What?
But
his family is Jewish.
he's of Jewish.
Oh, okay, well then I'll cut him some bail on the whole Jewish thing.
But even then, that would also make sense.
Yeah, no,
That
okay, so we're just gonna make a mockery of it because we're atheists. That's my problem with atheists now. Anyways, okay, let's leave the whole Jewish thing alone because he doesn't practice, right? He's not a practicing Jew. But still, who gave this premise the green light?
that's a good question.
Who said, yeah, the Devil Santa movie? Let's do that one. I mean, it's no wonder why it's going straight to streaming. This thing probably tested like shit. It probably tested like shit. I can't imagine it did that well.
Marte said he likes the premise. It's a good chuckle. Maybe worth a skip, but a movie is a lot.
I swear to God, next time I see you, I'm gonna throw a boot at you.
Well, he said a movie is a lot.
Yeah, no,
You were
but I
doing
mean,
a lot
even
with
as
the
a
movie.
series, like, what is the how am I supposed to sit down with my family and watch this movie?
He also said it's some edgy teenager shit.
Yeah, he walking hand in hand with a damn devil. Like, how am I supposed to explain that? Like, well, no, he's still a bad guy, but in this movie, he's good. So while you watching this movie, the devil's good.
Well,
What?
I mean, to say what Marte said, it is some edgy teenager shit. So you might not be watching
it's
this Christmas movie.
It is it's featuring Jack Black, who's only been making almost exclusively kids movies now. And the cast is kids. He's doing hijinks. Like, this is not a preteen. They're not doing nothing that's extra adult. It's just like Rudolph the reindeer, only Rudolph is the devil.
Perp says could have gotten somebody other than Jack Black to play the devil. That's my only issue.
Fam, how about we get the devil out the damn Christmas movie? How about there's no devil in the Christmas movie?
DeMarcus Vaughn says Dear Santa is a mixture of Halloween and Christmas. But is it a horror movie?
It's a horror Christmas movie? They are running out of ideas.
Yeah.
All of this shit is making me uncomfortable.
No, Marte, I get that you're saying it's not good. Marcus is still saying it just shouldn't happen.
Like, period. It just shouldn't happen at all. Whose idea was this?
Like, you're clearly saying, yeah, the movie part of it, like making it out into an entire movie, trash. But yeah, maybe even like an SNL skit. Is like
in a way, they're making the kid into the Antichrist. The Antichrist brings the coming of the devil. So is that what we're doing here? We're talking, bring me forth so I can rampage over the earth and bring hell to earth.
Well,
Kid,
let them make it a bomb, and then we won't have to worry about this in the future.
I'm just very bothered by the premise. I'll let it go. I digress.
All right, DeMarcus Vaughn, I got one for you. Papa's House has been picked up. Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr.
Yes, yeah, 18 episodes instead of 13. So that's a very
amazing.
good sign. Very good sign. Means it's doing well.
I saw something including a My Wife and Kids reunion.
I did not see that.
I saw them on set. It was Vanessa and Jay.
Which Vanessa?
Or not Vanessa.
Vanessa.
Not Vanessa.
Not Vanessa. Yeah, that's Bernie Mac.
The
You're
daughter.
talking about
not Katie, the other one.
Yeah, Claire.
Claire. I saw Claire and Jay.
The light skinned Claire or the old Claire?
It was the light.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't even talk to the old Claire no more.
Yeah.
I don't even bring her around.
I feel like I seen like some kind of video on Twitter with all of them like on set. So like,
okay,
maybe they'll have some. And I feel like Junior is like always around the Wayans.
He's a Wayne.
He's not a legitimate
nephew
Wayne
or something like that. He's something related to them.
But he's not a Wayans. Like his
He's
last
in
name.
the family, yeah. I just don't think he's a Wayne. Yeah, okay, whatever.
But he's always around. I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he got that head. The head is the tail. Like the
head is the tail. Is crazy.
they, you can't deny that.
Yeah, no, I think
Family trait.
The funny thing I think about Damon Wayans and Damon Wayans Jr. is that Damon Wayans Jr. seems like Damon Wayans, but just like accepted by a much larger crowd.
Sure.
So like Damon Wayans for 2024.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, but other than that, it's spot on. They're like the same person almost.
I think the premise is a little bit more open. It's a little bit more modernized, I guess, if you could say that. But it still has that family feel to it. You know what I mean? I like to see that type of setup. It kind of gives you a little bit of balance. It's cheesy. It's a little corny, right? It's built for family consumption. We need that. You know what I'm saying? We need a catalog. We need to have some sort of nuance in our storytelling. So this is just the kind of gooberish network TV version of what we want for Black content. That's the way it's supposed to look. That's just the way it is. And it adds to it starts to create an idea in other studios' heads. Like, okay, they can be successful in that spot. Let me go ahead and do that. Like, let me try that, because Hollywood is a copycat town. If this becomes popular, guarantee you ABC gonna be rolling out some old retired Black comic doing a family sitcom. I guarantee it. NBC will be right on their heels, right? Because that is how they catch on and they start copying concepts. So I'm glad it's doing well.
Well, that plus Black sitcoms just work. They just do.
Well, the history of them is already proven. It's saving. Again, we talked about this Was it last week or I don't even know where I be having these conversations anymore. I be on the internet so much. But we were talking about how 90s content, 90s sitcoms really saved a lot of these networks to be able to become the conglomerates that they are today. Like, do you think NBC survives without Fresh Prince? Do you think ABC survives without Family Matters, or even before that with the Cosby? Same thing with CBS and their ownership in UPN.
Or how Friends is a living single copy.
Literally a living single copy. But they wouldn't. I believe that was Fox, and they wouldn't have even been relevant to make that if it wasn't for who was on who owned.
I can't remember either.
Was it WB? Were they? No.
I can't remember.
Yeah, it was a lot.
It was
a lot. Maybe the Coopers or something with the show with
one of them. It was
the Five Heartbeats guy. What's his name? Townsend. Robert Townsend had a show.
The Parenthood.
Yeah. Like they were everywhere. That it was standard. The Parkers, 101. Like it took us all the way into the early 2000s. So like they built those network television shows on black sitcoms, and then they abandoned them.
Jamie Foxx show.
Steve Harvey, Bernie Mac was on Fox. Bernie Mac held up Fox for a long time on Friday nights, prime time.
My Wife and Kids.
Prime time. My Wife and Kids on ABC Thursday night, prime time. Before Grey's Anatomy was leading the network. So, hey, maybe they're just getting wise again.
And all of those shows are in syndication right now.
Yeah.
Still getting tons of money.
Yes, absolutely.
But the whites said we only need Fred Savage. Marcus, more folk like you are needed because our generation doesn't realize some folk have families they want to watch shit with.
I appreciate that. Absolutely. Like, you want to have, you want to be able to support your stuff, support your people. But I can't put power on for my son. You know what I mean?
Pop's house is kind of like Run's house. LL Cool J had the worst sitcom ever. Was it In the House?
What was that? I remember the little kid. What, he had Orlando Brown in his show, didn't he? Was that Orlando Brown?
I can't remember. It was In the House.
Was that Orlando Brown? Was he the little kid?
I can't remember. No.
Okay.
That's funny. I feel like this little kid looks familiar. Oh, and they had Carlton on it. I forgot about that. Anyway, yeah, no, that was pretty terrible. Anyway, and My Brother and Me was the first black sitcom for Nickelodeon.
Yep.
That show could have been
made. Man, Nickelodeon got wise too in the 90s. Nickelodeon built their children's catalog.
Gullah Gullah Island.
Hip hop or black-esque type content. Gullah Gullah Island. Kenan and Kel. They had all that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A whole bunch of hip hop.
And then even the shows that didn't feature black people, it had a black twist. They had hip hop theme songs, or they would have dance breaks in the middle of the damn shows where they come out and break dance and shit. It was all geared towards the hip hop era in that time.
Is all that just Kids in Living Color?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I didn't think about that till just now.
Yes.
I knew it was trying to take from some of those shows, but I never thought about it like that.
Sir. I mean, think about some of the groups that performed on all that.
I know Usher was on there.
Didn't SWV go on there? TLC
did the theme song.
Like,
yeah.
Who did Cousin Skeeter's theme song? Some of the biggest black groups at the time was doing theme songs for Destiny's Child, doing Proud Family's theme song. Like, you couldn't pay Taylor Swift enough to do no theme song for no damn cartoon nowadays. She's absolutely not. No, she's not. That was huge. 702 did it. There you go. Cause I like the way you move and the way you do your thing. Need that back.
Facts.
Need that back.
Okay. Macaulay Culkin seems to be joining Fallout for season 2. Don't know where Macaulay Culkin's been.
Yeah, I don't know. I've been seeing more of his brother lately than him. He was just Scream, and I think he was on some HBO show that I was watching.
He was on Succession.
There was Succession. No, that's the other brother. That's the young brother. So there's two of them.
There's Rory Culkin.
then I think is that the one that was on Scream 4.
No, I think that Rory Culkin, I think, is Succession. I think.
Okay, then that's not who I'm talking about.
No, it's not. Rory Culkin is the one from Scream.
There you go. Yeah. And then there's the real young one that played Roman in Succession.
Kieran Culkin.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
But Macaulay's going to make a comeback here, and it's going to be in a very good series too, because Fallout is killing it. Great season 1. Can't wait for season 2. I'm interested to see who he plays. Do you have that link? Do they say who he's going to play?
I don't have the link.
Let's see.
Because I can't spell Macaulay.
There's a bit of a blunder.
Join season 2. No one is commenting, but Culkin is said to be playing a crazy genius type character.
Any Fallout players theorizing about who that might be? What is it? A curious genius type?
It is a crazy genius type.
A crazy genius type. Any theories on who that might be in the Fallout verse?
He's
Fallout
playing
players?
himself in Fallout.
That's crazy. Video game TV adaptations killing it. I mean, right now I'm not gonna lie to you. I didn't play Halo a lot because Xbox sucks, but I liked the Halo show. At least the first season. The second season got a little slow. I didn't want them to necessarily cancel it, but I know a lot of Halo fans hated it from start to finish. But that's about the only stinker you getting out of the TV adaptations. Last of Us is going to be coming back soon.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously Fallout's doing good. So
yeah,
more of it. I'll take it.
Facts. Oh, speaking of video game TV shows, Mass Effect, live action Mass Effect TV show.
So yeah, give me go ahead and do you have the article up? No. Scroll through here. There you go. Yeah, and so it's in the works at Amazon. Daniel Casey will be writing and executive producing the series. Is Sony ever going to make any of the content that they own? No. Like in-house, keep it other than Miles Morales and the Spider-Verse shit and all of those terrible Spider-Man auxiliary films. Are you going to keep any of the IP that you have in-house? Like Uncharted is out to Universal. We're going to give Mass Effect to Amazon to do. Are you ever going to build a studio and start making some of this shit yourself?
No, why?
They have so much content, dog. Like they're IP rich and they just don't know what to do with it. So they just farm it off to other people. I hate the way Sony is ran. I absolutely hate it because they could rival Disney with some of the content that they have if they position themselves well. They could be in the fight there with Warner Brothers and Disney if they leveraged heavier into their video game content and made it themselves. Right?
You didn't hear about the HBO Max deal they got to do Spyro and Crash Bandicoot?
This is a joke.
It is a joke.
Okay, I was about to say you're just trying to piss me off. But yeah, no, I like the idea of a Mass Effect series. I love the Mass Effect games. Why is Amazon going to reap the benefits of however good this show is? Like, nobody's going to see it on Amazon and think, "Damn, Sony hit another one right out the park." They're going to be like, "Damn, that was another good one for Amazon."
But then, what is the answer to that? Does Sony have to create their own streaming service for these shows?
Yeah, they would have to kind of put their nuts on the table and give people a place to go to get their content.
But then that's another thing that
the more important thing is that they have to start creating their own stuff. Don't come to me and tell me it's taking you 4 or 5 years to make Miles Morales and all of your other content is getting farmed out to other studios. Why does it take you so long to create the shit that you're making if everything is farmed out to somebody else?
You know what they could do is have an app on the PlayStation and include that app.
You mean like the PlayStation Store already had content that you can go in there and watch. You could already watch.
You can go in there and buy it. You can't stream it, can you?
I don't know.
So
well, I
I'm
mean,
saying
isn't that the same thing? Well, are you talking about just like have a library that you can pay a monthly thing for? I feel
You'd
like there's
be
already
included.
PlayStation Network.
That's what I'm saying. It'll be included in PlayStation, or at least one of the tiers of PlayStation Network, and then you would have access to the titles that they would have.
Should have already been there, and in that case, they had they had a foot ahead of Disney. They had a foot ahead of Warner Brothers, because while Warner Brothers had like 7 different HBO apps, you already had PlayStation Network. Now, the only problem with that is now you're pitching people to pay more money to one of the leakiest information databases on the planet.
But they're already
Sony
doing
gets
that for
hit
PlayStation
all
Network.
the time, and that's why I think people are kind of wishy-washy about taking PlayStation Network.
That's why I say don't make something separate, add it to one of your tiers
I'm saying
as an added benefit.
most people. Well, here's how I see PlayStation Network. Most people buy it when they're playing. You got a lot of people who buy it maybe for a year and save the money, or buy it for several months if they've got the cash.
Mm-hmm.
Most people, especially in today's economy, are getting PlayStation Network or Xbox Live when they're playing games.
Yeah.
Right. So if you've got a new game, go ahead and get your Xbox Live to shit together. That way you can play and finish the joint.
Well,
But
then
if
I would
I'm not
argue
playing actively, I'm probably not just paying every month.
that's
People
fair.
ain't got a lot of extra cash like that.
But then I would argue that doing what I'm saying would at least retain some of those customers, because I might not be playing right now, but the new season of Uncharted, or you know what I mean, one of those shows are going to come back out. So I'm going to keep it at least for a little bit longer until I get the urge to play the game again.
Yeah.
And then it's content based around the games, so you have the demographic right there.
You have the audience at very
You have
least.
the
It's
audience
not a
right
guarantee that it's going to be successful, but there's an audience there for it.
And you're marketing directly to them already.
I for the life of me, don't understand why they do so much farming. They have IPs that can really stand up and be something. They're proving it on other streaming services. And I think Mass Effect will just be another one of those. It's just kind of sad that nobody's thinking over there like, hey man, we're putting out Madam Web and fucking what they do?
We're putting
before
out
Madam Web
garbage.
and Morbius and Venom, and like they're doing, Last of Us on HBO, and they're going to be doing Mass Effect and Amazon, and everybody seems to be winning but us. Oh, and Disney's taking the lifeblood of our company and Spider-Man and just using them like an old rag doll. But I guess we're just content where we're at, huh?
Speaking of Spider-Man, somebody asked about Beyond the Spider-Verse. It's looking like that's probably not going to come out before 2026 from all these articles that I'm seeing
Again,
here.
increasingly frustrated because what else are you doing? Craven does look good. I hope it's better than the other Spider-Man villain films without Spider-Man.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
What up, Tony Robinson?
They better not F up Mass Effect. I trust Amazon. I trust them. It's a green IP, and Amazon has a good track record with that type of genre. So I'll give them some vote of confidence there. Tony Robinson says Sony Network is a good name for a streaming service. Let's just take all the stuff that we're currently let be successful on other streaming services, bring it home.
And the only reason I say don't add anything, just add it into what you're already paying, is because people are not going to want to pay for yet another streaming service. So like, use it as a competitive advantage to hopefully retain some of your clients or customers.
Mofla, I think you actually taking us towards one of our next topics, actually.
Arcane season 2. Go ahead.
Yeah, so
the budget. Yeah,
the budget, yeah. So apparently the 2 seasons, which I don't know if anybody else is surprised that Arcane is only getting 2 seasons, but this kind of made it make a little bit more sense for me. So apparently those 2 seasons have cost $250 million.
That's crazy.
And I think the first season was only like 9 episodes, 8 or 9 episodes.
Insane.
That is very expensive. I like the animation style. I am continuously confused as to why that takes more dollars wise than actual physical man labor hours being out shooting using film hard drive space. But maybe it is more hard drive space if you're only doing animation and there's no practical movement or human beings. I don't know how that works.
I think it takes more time to make.
So you have to pay people
and
longer.
more power. Yeah.
Yes,
more
that's
resources,
insane
essentially.
though. That is crazy.
Because you got to animate frame by frame.
If you're telling me $125 million for one season, for season 1 of Arcane, then I absolutely understand why Netflix would go ahead and put that down for season 2, because they're not leveraging that heavy into anything maybe a finale for Squid Game or some shit like that, but
Yeah.
not a film. Maybe if the cast is big enough. Knives Out ain't even getting 250 million. Daniel
No.
Craig mad as hell about that. They're like, man, put this shit in the theaters, boy, so we can make some money.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I thought that was interesting because I when they showed the trailer for season 2 and they said final season, I'm like, final season? It's season 2. We got way too much to go through here. But man, if it's that expensive, then yeah, at Netflix, you're definitely going to get tall grass gets cut.
Especially when you're going to aspire to do more in later seasons.
Yeah, for
It's
sure.
just going to end up costing more and more.
Yeah.
DeMarcus Vaughn, we will talk about the Penguin when we do our season finale review.
The Penguin?
The Penguin. Oh, yeah. Did I not say the Penguin?
Yeah, I mean, comes out tonight. We'll watch it tonight. Probably be up Tuesday, more than likely.
Are you off tomorrow?
Yeah.
That's up to you, I guess. All right. Regina Hall says she's excited to join back up for Scary Movie 6, which why wouldn't she be? Why wouldn't she be?
If they don't
Easy
if
check.
they don't get Anna Faris and Regina Hall back involved,
Why wouldn't
I
Anna
don't-
Faris be? It's an easy check.
Yeah, just I don't know what we're doing. But again, I would absolutely trust Marlon and Sean to handle that. Like it's not. I don't even think that's going to be a question.
Yeah.
The question is how they bring her back. Like how hilarious are they going to go about bringing Brenda back to life? Because they really disrespected her body on the way out.
Yeah.
That shit was funny, but
Facts.
it was disrespectful.
Facts. All right. Star Wars episode 10 through 12.
Oh my god!
Question mark.
Let's pause on that and read some of these comments. It's been a minute since we went down the list here. Where to start? Said Arcane season 2. I can see. Perp says I can see them dropping Beyond at the same time as the R-rated Venom animated movie. Do not make anything Venom related anymore at Sony.
When is that supposed to come out?
Don't need it to happen. Yeah, I don't know. Don't care. Don't know. Don't care. Isn't Nintendo doing Legend of Zelda series, or is that no? Yeah, that's a thing. That's a thing. That's a real thing. I think it's a couple years out though. It's not even. I don't think they've cast anybody to voice act or anything like that. Or is that live action? It's a live action. I think that's animated, right?
Which one?
Yeah, it's Nintendo. Yeah, it's going to be an animated joint. Plot armor for the entire council. How the hell did half of them survive? What are we talking about, Mofly? Oh, we talking about for Arcane. Yeah, plot armor. Yeah, for sure. 250 million is insane for a TV budget. Incredible show, but not feasible for TV. Yeah, too high. That was Mr. YouTube. Appreciate the comment. Perp says they definitely have other League of Legends series other than Arcane. But the fact that this one took so much gives me little confidence that they're going to go back to that too often. Maybe just as often as we got these two series, they'll go revisit it to kind of see if something else pops. But I don't think they'll ever lean fully into it.
I do feel like I heard something about a Legend of Zelda series.
Yeah, that's legit. I thought it was at Nintendo.
I feel like I remember hearing that. I think you're right.
T. Robinson says Regina carried 3 out of 4 of the Waynes left. Yeah.
Oh, Nintendo allegedly scrapped Legend of Zelda series.
What?
According to IMDb, due to leaks.
Due to leaks? So they scrapped the whole project because people found out that it was happening?
Live action television adaptation of Netflix's acclaimed The Legend of Zelda franchise was in development before leaks caused the video game company to cancel the project.
Okay, that's irresponsible. But anyways, yeah, we're not going to make money because people know we're going to try and make money. I don't like it. Or they could be full of shit and then just announce it later, but I don't know. It sounds stupid anyway. Can't wait for Disney's next Star Wars poster. Yeah, let's go ahead and get there, I guess.
Origin of Nintendo's Diddy Kong. Is it related to P. Diddy? Is the headline of another article.
Can we please move on to Star Wars?
That's fucking hilarious. Yeah. Star Wars episode 10 to 12. You said somebody was rumored to pen and direct it?
No, he's already been hired according to Deadline and Variety and everybody else. His name is Simon Kinberg. We looked up his filmography on Pantheon. It's very up and down. He's
Oh,
giving
that's
you Days of Future Past, and he's also giving you Dark Phoenix.
Okay.
He's giving you the best and the worst X-Men films created.
The best.
Days of Future Past is the best X-Men movie ever created. It's the best. There really isn't a debate.
It's absolutely great.
There isn't a debate. There isn't a better movie from start to finish involving that many characters in X-Men. It's just not even. The next closest would probably be
okay. No, I can see that. Yeah,
like maybe X2. Where
that's
you know
literally where I was thinking.
That's there, but it's not better than Days.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, that's fair.
And then he also has the absolute stinker of
Dark Phoenix,
which is, jeez. That's not really where I want to focus here. The thing that's more prevalent is that there's scuttlebutt about this potentially being another Rey trilogy, or at least running congruently to her movie that's coming out. I am so at a loss at what is happening at Disney for Lucasfilm, because while this could absolutely go the way that most of Lucasfilm projects have gone over the years, you know, in terms of, oh no, Patty Jenkins is coming. Oh no, Patty Jenkins is fine. Rian Johnson's gonna do a new trilogy, right? Remember the Rian Johnson trilogy? That's what's that? Oh, that's not happening. Kevin Feige's gonna make a Star Wars. No, Kevin Feige. Okay,
Taika Waititi.
Taika Waititi's gonna make a no. Okay, that's not gonna happen either. So this obviously is in jeopardy for the same type of path. The problem I'm having is, why is she still allowed to kind of embarrass the studio with potentially cut shit? The shit that may not even make it to pre-production. Like, announcing something at Lucasfilm is never a guarantee. Like, it's not even a thing that you can bank, even though it's in the trades. So why is she continuously allowed to do this?
You want to say to build up hype, but then nothing ends up happening. So what's the point?
I don't understand why it doesn't feel like she has a boss. It doesn't feel like anybody's over top of Kathleen Kennedy.
Because she's the GOAT
No.
of cancellations. Here, let me finish.
Can't wait for Disney to Star Wars. Russell Wilson for the win. Yeah. What do you think if Star Wars did Knights of the Old Republic? That is also something that I got her pitched. But the thing that threw me off is the kind of middling rumors about it either being running congruently to her story, which doesn't make sense if it's Knights of the Old Republic, or that it's actually her trilogy. That's the thing that's kind of taking me out of that possibility, because if it's going to be about Rey in any capacity, we're not going back to the Old Republic. So you right, my favorite were First Class, but you right. Okay, I appreciate that. First Class was dope. It was a few holes in the movie for me, a couple plot holes. I think he did write First Class too. I think he did First Class. Star Wars franchise is just a lingering fart right now. I think Warner Brothers is going to try and take a big chunk out of Lucasfilm's ass with Dune, and not just Dune, but the Lantern series is going to play a dual role in that. Like, it cuts at Marvel and Lucasfilm in a way because of the character or the setting of the Lanterns, right? Like, we're going to be mostly dealing with space adventures, which gives you something to combat Lucasfilm, even though it's not set up directly in that path. So they better get their shit together, man. Like, seriously, it may not even be a valued asset. Everybody well, they might sell it to Apple. They might sell it you might get this shit for pennies on the dollar by the time they're done with it. By the time they're finished with it. You think KK let the news leak? If this is a leak, then yeah, it came from her office, absolutely. But again, nobody's getting their hands spanked. Nobody's losing duties. Nobody's getting ushered out the door to retirement. So it can't be. How mad could you actually be if you're Bob Iger or anybody else in the executive level there at Disney? How could you be mad? Because nothing's happening to her. She's either bulletproof or they've given her the okay in some capacity.
I think we talked about the potential for a Beowulf related movie. I think we might even talked about the fact that it was Grendel.
Yeah. So they got a first look. We'll put it in on probably the Thursday playback, but of Grendel. And if you know anything about the Beowulf story, that is actually his son. Yes, that is the child that he had with the siren or whatever that thing was, whatever Angelina Jolie played in that damn movie. So it ends up being his lifelong his enemy, his nemesis. And so their battles are always told from Beowulf's perspective. Now they're going to be telling it from Grendel's perspective. It's kind of how like we were talking about that movie that came out last year about the serial killer, and they were showing it from his perspective. Or Trap, if anybody's seen Trap, that's a good movie.
It keeps coming up on my HBO Max. I'm like, I want to do it, but it's always at a most inconvenient time.
I like it. I didn't know that Shyamalan had I know how I never noticed this, but he's got a very Tarantino like knack for putting himself in his own movies, and it's even worse than Tarantino because he's in every single one of his movies. So is it
Tarantino. Oh no, he's not.
Who?
Tarantino's not in all this movie.
Not in all of them. No. That's a Shyamalan thing, and he took it to the next level in Trap because he made his daughter one of the main protagonists. So like, it was like, if I can't nepotize myself, I can do it for my daughter.
Yeah.
Anyways, it's a really good movie. Y'all should check it out. But it's just the perspective switch, right? Seeing how they think, how they try to move in and out of these situations. You almost like, even though they're not humanizing them, you almost kind of start like rooting for them. Like, oh, how you gonna get out of this next one? How you gonna do it? How you gonna do it?
It's Trap and Don't Move. Those are the two ones that I'm like, all right, I'm about to watch these.
Oh, we finished Don't Move on Friday. Don't Move is excellent. Don't Move is excellent. I smelt the serial killer all over dude from American Horror Story. Smelt it all on him. I'm like, lady, you might as well just go ahead and do what you got to do because get away from him. But yeah, no
spoiler.
No. Anyways,
okay.
very good. Two very good films. Trap and Don't Move out on streaming. HBO Max.
Trap's on HBO Max.
Netflix, respectively.
Netflix. Yep.
Go check them out.
Ridley Scott. Oh, speaking of Quentin Tarantino, Ridley Scott's thoughts on Tarantino?
What is that? Oh, yeah. So Ridley Scott was asked about Tarantino retiring from film after his last movie, and Ridley Scott says, "I don't want to misquote the man. Let's go ahead and
shut up and go make another movie."
Something like that. We do direct quotes here.
I'm looking at it. Shut up and go make another movie.
He said, "Shut up and go make a fucking movie." Is what he said.
Oh, did he? No, my Screen Rant says, "Shut up and go make another movie."
Hold on. Excuse me. I don't fucking believe that bullshit. Shut up and go make another movie.
Okay.
Full quote.
Got you.
Yeah, I like Ridley Scott's energy. I feel like when people do those faux retirements, it's really just for attention. They feel like they've been out of the limelight for too long. They want people to want them. No, don't retire, please. No. And then if you don't get the reaction you do, you just quietly keep working. Like Tyler Perry.
Seems like the type. Yeah.
Like Tyler Perry.
Tyler Perry's definitely.
I'm going to retire Madea. And there wasn't a loud enough outcry for it not to happen. And he said, oh, for real? Spin the block. Give me them breasts.
Yo,
that's exactly how that shit happened. Y'all didn't cry enough when Madea went away the first time. So the next time he offered that shit up, y'all better boo-hoo like you lost your pet. Snot nose and everything. Get that man the exit that he wants so we don't ever have to see that character anymore.
No, he's gonna do the LeBron Deluxe Edition.
We're gonna have Madea here, retire, come back and give more Madea 2 years later.
Go ahead and give him 2 more.
Deluxe Madea. Marte. So Screen Rant did an article, Space Ghost could rival Guardians of the Galaxy as a space opera for DC. I don't a space opera?
Space Ghost, Coast to Coast?
I do like Space Ghost.
Coast to Coast. But
more so for the in-between when I was watching Toonami. Not as I don't know if I actually watched Space Ghost when it was on TV.
No, I want the talk show host, Space Ghost.
That's what I'm talking about. I don't think I actually. So like There was like two
The
eras of
funny-
Space Ghost. There was like when he actually had the toe on the talk show, and then there was when like they were kind
The
of
funny
using him as a
satirical
prop.
version.
Yeah. So like that, I was more closer. I was closer to that version of it than the actual talk show. I don't know. I guess it could be successful.
Where am I at? Oh, Tom Welling from Smallville says that WB doesn't want an animated sequel to Smallville.
Yeah, so I guess he pitched an idea of a continuation through animation, obviously, and WB's giving him the cold shoulder. Which, I mean, we see how receptive James Gunn has been to outside kind of suggestions or creative liberties. Sitting like that this whole damn time. He's not been very, very receptive, i.e., The Rock and Henry Cavill, and things that were happening in the
Why did you
Flash
say his
prior
name
to.
like that?
I don't know. Things were happening in the Flash before he took over. He's kind of, I mean, he runs it kind of like a dictator. I'm not saying that it's wrong. It's all his concept, except for the Reeves stuff, obviously. But other than that, there hasn't been really much room for anybody else's stuff. So it doesn't surprise me that Welling's getting the cold shoulder from Gunn.
Older Tom Welling does not look like younger Smallville Tom Welling to me.
I think that's why they pitched it as an animated series,
That
because
makes sense.
the ages are going to be too far off. Like, he probably shouldn't have aged that much from Smallville, and he probably looks like a completely different guy.
He
Not
does
to mention all of the other characters who have kind of aged
Sure.
out. Yeah, so
And then finally, the Godzilla director met with Feige, or did he already meet with him, or he's going to meet with him?
there's another one too. Forgot the Gambit thing.
Oh.
Yeah. What's his name? It's Takashi.
6ix9ine.
No, Takashi Matsuzaki.
You just made that up.
No, I didn't.
You did.
I'm going to find it and prove that I did make it up. Here we at now. We at. Here we go. Takashi Yamazaki. Takashi Yamazaki.
Takashi.
Yamazaki.
Okay.
For the dude from Godzilla -1. I actually like that. My son like it. He's a Godzilla freak. And so the fact that he actually sat down and watched that slow movie for as long as he did, I was very impressed. But it wasn't that slow for me. I enjoyed it. I don't know what he could possibly be talking to him about. We don't have any kaiju type character. I mean, they do got Bob Reynolds coming in, the Void. I would like to see him involved in that if that's going to play a role at some point.
The boy. They got Drake in
The
in-
Void.
The boy?
The Void.
The boy.
But yeah, I don't. Other than that, there's nothing in my purview. So this would be a very interesting pairing. I don't know what he would do though.
Yep.
Maybe since they're taking Daniel Destin Craig, is that his name? The director for
Daniel Destin Cretton.
Cretton. Maybe since they're taking him and doing the next two Avenger films, maybe they'd slide in
Destin
Takashi.
Daniel Cretton.
Destin Daniel Cretton. Maybe they're sliding Godzilla +1 guy in there to finish up Shang-Chi.
Sure.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know if Simon Lee would like that, but could be something that they're mulling over.
Yeah. Okay. So finally, looks like Ryan Reynolds says that Marvel is absolutely obsessed with Channing Tatum. Looks like Channing Tatum is made a name for himself out here.
Dog, listen. I like that, Channing Tatum is. All right, we'll see, bro. I like that Channing Tatum is getting his just due as Gambit. He never really got the chance to do the movie. I'm glad that he got his thing in Deadpool. I'm not really focused on Channing Tatum. Whatever comes of that comes of it. My thing is, y'all folks had so much to say about Dwayne The Rock Johnson trying to set up his friends or trying to set up his company or trying to put his foot in the door at Warner Brothers. Y'all are sitting over here watching Ryan Reynolds literally do the same shit at Marvel. I guess the coinky dink of the line in Deadpool featuring Wesley Snipes doesn't have any correlation to the further indefinite delay of Blade, who is still without a director at this point. I guess those things just have no correlation at all. Why he is currently still advocating for Wesley Snipes to play Blade again in the MCU. So if we do hear whispers of a Gambit project happening at the MCU, I want y'all all to see very clearly what's already happening, what he's starting to do, right? Maybe a Wesley Snipes Blade isn't so unlikely. Maybe we do get a Gambit character. Now all of a sudden, Kevin Feige, he pushing elbows with the cool kid from school, trying to get his position back at Marvel, because he got Ryan Reynolds and his production company bringing characters into the fold, where that wasn't a thing that was happening at Marvel before. And I'm telling you, a guy like Bob Iger will become more and more amenable to something like that the longer they go without a win. So if Captain America doesn't do what they wanted it to do, if Thunderbolts doesn't do what they wanted to do, and Ryan Reynolds is sitting there like, hey, man, I had your only success. You want me to help you again? I can do it for Gambit. Me and Sean Levy, we could do it for Gambit. We can do it for Wesley Snipes Blade. We can shoot a real Blade movie for you. Because what at that point, what would he have to say no to? Why would he say no?
I never thought about the similarities between Ryan Reynolds and The Rock.
They doing the same shit, just different companies. They are doing the same thing, different companies. Only The Rock got a little bit further with bigger names and just got shut out by the new president. Like you can't fight the head of the company. He kind of ran into a wall at that point. But he got a whole hell of a lot further. I guess so. It remains to see how far Ryan Reynolds will get.
Facts.
But he's already there with him and Hugh Jackman. They plan to continue that thing. So, I mean, we're halfway there already.
It also kind of seems like Elon and Trump. Elon and Trump is Feige and Ryan Reynolds.
Shut the hell up. Shut the hell up.
Oh, man.
Let's read some comments here. Medea is his failsafe. Yeah, absolutely. Talking about Tyler Perry, Tony Robinson. Panthro, Space Ghost is DC now? I think so, because they own Cartoon Network. Pope is different. They remember The Rock was... Phil, you be trying not to say it. You be trying not to say the obvious, but like it is what it is at that point. Like, oh, Ryan Reynolds is so smart. He's so innovative. Look how he's involved himself into the company at Disney with all his partners and friends. And then no, but that's what they say about Ryan Reynolds. But The Rock is a schemer. He was trying to take over DC. I'm like, damn, man, this man can't make his money. Shit, he can't pitch it when there's a power void. Try to get in there. Yeah, but people still got their jobs at Marvel, and Ryan Reynolds said, "Fuck them all." He literally said, "Fuck them all. I got this. Well, hold my beer." Oh man, Ryan is snow aligned. Absolutely, y'all hear it. Y'all hear it. How y'all feeling about the Cavs? The Cavs look good. I actually watched the Cavs game last week. They look good.
That's right.
Look damn good.
Number one in the NBA.
Shout out to D. Mitchell, Spider.
Big Cavs, baby.
Cavs look good. You know what? I might have to make them my team for 2024.
You want to introduce Johnny into the fold?
Yes. Oh shit! I totally forgot. My bad, G.
You only been sitting here waiting
For a minute. Yeah, he texted me that. I acknowledged him. Everybody, we got a guest here today. Gonna help us give our dubs and nails. He's gonna give a few himself. Rock this thing out. Johnny Olden Jr. Yeah, Johnny Olden Jr. How you doing this evening, brother?
What up, y'all? I'm doing all right, you know.
Doing good.
I've been waiting on a Gambit. I've been waiting on a Gambit movie for about 20 years.
I will let him have his movie. You can that's maxed out. Okay, no, you good. Yeah, you can have it. I'm not really worried about it. I think that it's fine. I just wonder why people are so amenable to the idea of Ryan Reynolds putting everybody in the MCU, but they just wasn't in love with it when The Rock tried to do it at DC. That's all. That's all.
Yeah, I mean,
That's good.
I think it's some. The Rock seems like he's strong arming.
I mean, I would say probably literally.
Like he's literally strong arming. I'm taking this.
But it was nobody there running it. Like
This the
at least,
direction is going in.
oh man, hey, y'all make sure y'all follow Johnny Oden at the Johnny Oden YouTube page. Give him
Johnny
like,
Oden Jr.
share all up. Johnny Oden Jr. Excuse me, all up and down the playlist. There got plenty of content football related. Just got done streaming about Michigan football. So any fans, go ahead, head over there. Great content being done. Again, he's fine to go ahead and pitch his stuff. I just think it's because there's no more strong arming that you can do than putting Blade in your show and saying it's only one blade. It's only ever gonna be one blade. And you know damn well, because you've been working at Disney here recently, you know damn well that project is in turmoil. So when everybody hear that, they're gonna be like, oh shit. Oh shit, he knew what he was doing.
Thanks.
He knew exactly what he was doing.
It was fan service for us because Marvel's been struggling,
Sure.
you know, and he knew that. So all Deadpool Wolverine was fan service, you know.
Yeah. Yeah,
Throw 'em
absolutely.
all, you know, so
Yeah, we'll see how it plays
I
out.
appreciate it. I do appreciate it.
All right, so look, who else? Oh,
Chill says, "Can we check the audio on Johnny?" Is that we? Oh, never mind. He was trolling because he said OH after that.
oh, Jesus Christ. Anyway,
Yeah, Johnny, can you give us a quick check? Can you give us an IO?
no. Anyways, moving
Why would I
on.
do that? Why would
Yeah,
I
what
do
is he talking about?
I need to check your audio, sir.
Listen,
Can you just respond or not?
Don't hijack the
Go
stream because we will get in here talking about Michigan all damn night.
Chill does that to troll my dad.
Anywho,
I'm just saying that's why he does it.
Those nails.
W's and L's, the weekly recap show. We give a dub to the things that we like and an L to the things that we don't. I mean, the guest is here. I feel like we should give the guest
The
honor of
opportunity to go
doing
first.
his
That's
first.
crazy. You gonna throw him to the wolves knowing
What you
it's
mean? It's not like he's never been here before.
Listen, Johnny, you do what you feel is best. If you got your stuff together and you ready to go first, go first. If you want to tell him to F off because it's actually his goal to go first, I'll accept that as well.
I will accept that.
Yep.
That's crazy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I still need to. I got a few in mind, but I need to.
Yeah,
Oh,
see? Yeah, go ahead, player.
every time it's you two, I get jumped. I don't understand how that happens.
Nah, you try to throw my man to the fire.
That's crazy.
He fresh off stream. I can't expect him to have his stuff all together. He just was talking to his
My
audience.
first L goes to Michigan. No,
That's crazy.
I got other L's. We're good. We're good. Actually, I'm gonna start off with my dubs. So it looks like the Grammys have decided to go ahead and post their nominations, and so I have to give a dub to Kendrick Lamar, who we all saw it coming, but my boy got nominated for Song of the Year and Record of the Year. I don't know what the difference is for Not Like Us.
Those are two different categories. Song
and Record of the Year.
Jesus.
And I think it was a best rap song of the year too.
Okay.
So
Interesting.
yeah, he got nominated for Not Like Us. We saw it coming. Drake said Kendrick just opened his mouth. Someone hand him a Grammy right now, and that's what we're doing. I don't that bar aged like milk as far as I'm concerned. Like, yeah, I will take another Grammy.
I seen somebody try to like one of the Drake bot accounts, obviously, but like trying to spin that as a positive, like, oh, this take aged so well because he
I
got
saw that too.
nominated for Grammy. I'm like, yo, the literacy on this thing is so low.
Yeah. Yeah, people on Twitter, especially with their music takes,
Mhm.
it just feels like they say things to be contrarians and they think, well, actually, that's not even just music, that's everything.
Everybody, yeah.
It's like, oh, I'm saying something different,
It's
so
edgy.
I'm
edgelord.
ahead of all of you.
I'm
Clearly.
edgy.
I'm black and I'm a black man and I voted for Trump, so clearly I'm ahead of you.
Right, yeah.
Or
I'm
you know what I mean? Like it's
I think
everything.
differently.
It's everything.
I'm a whole nother brand of black man.
I like Drake and not Kendrick Lamar because the things that Kendrick Lamar is saying isn't actually that smart. So like, I'm ahead of you. It's just like, bro, shut up.
That's how it be.
That's exactly how it be. Oh, well. All right. On to speaking of which, I'm giving a potential dub to both black women and black men. So I'm saying potential because I don't actually know if we're going to take advantage of this. But it seems to me that black people in general are becoming a little bit more selfish with the causes that they stand behind.
Oh yes, talk about this. Go
I
ahead.
say that because only 7% of black men, 7% of black women and 21% of black men voted for Trump. Meanwhile, 53% of white women voted for Trump. Not to mention the 55% of Latino men who clearly aspire to whiteness. Just throwing that out there. Now I know they've had women marches in between elections. So they had like a 2018, 19, 20.
Mhm.
But the last one that was like huge and had a lot of significance around it was when Trump was elected the first time,
Sure.
which was 2016. And so it looks like they're gearing up for the Women's March again, 2024, and it's very centric around those who, you know, obviously don't support the ideals that the Trump administration seemingly stands for. And it seems like black women are just like, man, I don't give a fuck about that. Where they were there for 2016, it seems like they're like, so y'all doing another Women's March? Y'all seem to march to the polls to vote for Trump. So why am I backing up with the fuck y'all talking about? And so I think I like the selfishness, this gatekeeping, and black people just seem to be like, look, man, we doing our own thing.
Giant, you have a thought before I go?
No, go ahead.
So I like it for a couple of different reasons, right? Like I've seen some of that energy that you're talking about as well. And the reason why I like it is because of just how the exit polling showed everybody voted, right? I think that black women are some of the most hardened supporters of other people's plights, right? And that's a good thing. That's not something to be shamed for. That's a good thing. And you know, black men to a certain degree too, but definitely black women. You see them in the women's rights marches, the LGBTQ right marches, the pro immigration charges. Like they're in all of those groups. They very well represented in all of them, and they pitch them their vote. And so when they expected to get paid back because they saw representation in Kamala Harris and her candidacy, even though she ran an ineffectual campaign, you still see how people fleshed it out. Again, 70% of white women in this country voted for that man. So it's not just the Republican loving, abortion hating, Bible thumping Christians. No. Some of them blue hairs in y'all's group telling y'all you don't need your men. Men are you know, they're the problem. You can raise families without them. You know, that are pitching you these ideas that separate you from the rest of your community.
Mm-hmm.
Know that those people are not aligned with you at all in any shape, way, shape, or form. They're paying lip service. They want you to support their causes, but they're not paying it back towards you.
Yeah.
So I absolutely understand the energy right now that's going around, and I love it.
Yeah.
I love the idea that there's this awakening that everybody sees where everybody's at, and now we understand that everybody's looking for their best interest.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Start to conduct yourselves in that way politically, not in your normal lives. Still talk to your neighbors, be cordial people.
Mm-hmm.
Politically, though, when it comes to actually getting things in policy with politicians, we have to start putting ourselves first politically.
Absolutely. We're no longer doing the work for other entities.
Yeah.
We're not doing the work for the LGBTs and the feminist movement.
Well, I mean, it doesn't. We don't even need to put a direct dot on it because it's a whole mashup. We support everybody. We're so caring as a people. We always trying to give out, but it's like it gets
something needs to come in.
Of. Yeah, something needs to come in.
Yeah.
Too much going out. Not enough over here.
We spread ourselves thin with everybody else's battle.
Absolutely.
Whether they're Hispanic or whatever, we know the struggle. So we empathize with everybody else.
Absolutely.
Facts.
So when it comes to us, black women, you know, they'll jump on a white woman cause, and it sets them back as a it sets us back as a community, you know, like Marcus was saying. So yeah, we got to look out for ourselves or some, you know, your best interest. You can't always jump on everybody else's plight. Sometimes we done did that for far too long, honestly.
Way too long.
Yeah. Agreed.
And hopefully with internalizing and keeping things in-house, we start to, you know, work on some of the things that, you know, are plaguing our community.
For sure.
So we'll see.
Yes, sir.
I see it as an opportunity. All right, those are my dubs. I'm going to go on to my L's. My first L, let me see if I can pull it up real quick. My first L is going to Zion Williamson.
Oh, wow.
My thing is, I've seen Zion Williamson struggle with so much throughout his career.
A lot early, yeah.
I've seen him struggle through injuries. I've seen him struggle through obviously weight management at times, and not even as a joke. Like I've just seen it be a problem throughout his career. I've seen him struggle with hoes, but I've never seen him struggle so much as to trying to say the word lackadaisical.
What?
Brother, lackadaisical. You know
It
what's
was
crazy?
like we was little too lackadaisical.
I haven't seen this.
Oh,
I
bro.
think we kind of went into the game too like Kasega's
Lackadaisical?
We kind of went into the game too like Kasega's
What is lackadaisical?
Stop. Play
So
that one more
listen.
time, please. Just please.
One more time. All right.
I think we kind of went into the game too like Kasega's
Lackadaisical.
So listen, this is why I gave Michelle Beadle just a little bit of bail. Because that's what happened to Michelle Beadle. That's exactly what happened. Fell all over his tongue. Like, find another word, brother. Once you feel it coming out and it don't sound right, abort. Abort. We came out a little lax or lazy, lackluster. Pivot, boy. You went to college at least.
We didn't come out like we wanted to come out.
Yeah, you was at Duke for a year. Come on. Come on.
It's like he guessed. It's like he was reading and he guessed at what the word was.
It just reminds me of when Kevin Garnett tried to say equivalent.
Oh, nah.
That was crazy.
You
My
seen
boy went up there and
Hurricane Chris say educational?
Educational? I didn't hear him say that.
Who was it? Who said
Hurricane Chris?
Hurricane Chris.
Nah, I didn't hear him.
That would be
It's,
crazy.
it's just as bad.
Marte said he ain't have enough skill points to use that word.
he
He have enough VC.
That shit is. He sound like Webby trying to say Charlemagne and them name on the
Charlie, your man.
Charlotte, your mate. Ooh, and Angela. Yeah. Oh, wait, y'all got some names on here. DJ Envy, Charlotte Gay.
The God.
Oh my goodness.
Gosh, bruh.
Yeah, he was tearing it up.
That was really bad. That was terrible.
You up?
Here we go. Here we go.
All right. Yeah. He's up.
No, he's playing it.
Could you hear that?
Nah.
It's the system.
Yo,
It's
that's
educational.
crazy. That's insane. Yeah, we gotta stop trying to say words that we don't. You know what I mean? And that is crazy for me to say because I really did think it was lackadaisical. It's lackadaisical.
Lackadaisical.
Yeah, lackadaisical.
I thought it had a
lax in it. Yeah.
Yeah, I did. I honestly did.
Lackadaisical.
So it was a learning.
So it was that lax that fucked him up. See, if he did take the X out of there, it wouldn't have tripped him up as bad.
Facts. I don't know what he tried to say, but it was not
lackadaisical.
Jesus. All right. I don't know how I feel about this, but I know I'm giving everybody involved an L. It's happening. November 15th, live on Netflix. Tyson is fighting Jake Paul.
I can't wait. And it has nothing to do with the fight. Netflix, watch the subscriber bump that they tout off of this pay-per-view. There's nothing in there about ordering it. You just got to have a subscription to Netflix.
Right.
And you're going to be able to stream it
Oh yeah,
to
yeah.
millions of people. First of all, it's going to be one of the most viewed boxing matches of all time.
Sure,
A,
sure.
it's Mike Tyson, box office at any age. And then the third thing, or I guess I should stick with the letter C,
Lackadaisical.
that you don't have to order this thing for $50
Yeah.
to watch it.
That's fire.
A $14 Netflix subscription will suffice.
Yeah.
And then Netflix gets to go out there and be like, yeah, look, we had a 15% subscribership bump off of this show alone. And we streamed it to 300 million people. Whatever the number will end up being.
Is there an undercard?
I don't know. No clue. I would think
I
so.
don't know.
A show like something that big, you would have to have some fights. in it.
Mhm.
I would think so too. But I've never.
I don't know
I've
who
heard
it is though. Yeah, some other celebrities.
let's
It gotta
see.
be.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. Who is fighting on the undercard? Katie Taylor and Amanda Serrano meet again. Don't know who that is. Mario Barrios on the will put his belt on the line for against Abel Ramos. Yeah, I don't know any of these names.
Okay. Well,
I'm
looks like I'll be
I am
tuning in at
somewhat
11.
I am somewhat a casual, to be honest with you,
yeah,
but I know a little bit about boxing. I know a little bit.
I think this is gonna go. I think this is gonna be really successful. I think they're going to make a killing off of this. Off of this match.
Who's not gonna turn that on? Tyson, because we all have the myth of Tyson.
Yeah.
Even though we saw Holyfield destroy him.
Evander Holyfield destroyed it. Lennox Lewis really put him down too.
Yeah.
But we still have that myth of Tyson. Like, can Pitbull Tyson still do this? Even though,
He's
so
older.
who's not gonna turn that on? You already got Netflix. Hey, Tyson.
Yeah.
But Tyson can't, he can't lose.
I don't
I
think
can't
I
have
don't
that
think
happen.
this is that type of real though. I don't
No,
think it's that
no, for
type
sure.
of real where Mike Tyson it's going to kind of be like how he had with Roy Jones, right? Like I'm gonna pepper you up,
He did.
but I'm
him
not
dirty.
going to actually hurt you the way that I could. He probably could have really hurt Roy Jones.
I feel like Roy Jones was holding himself out.
Like
He was
and
benching for
he
sure.
didn't. Roy didn't do bad in that fight.
No,
It
but
just
Tyson
could have really hurt him.
did. Yes.
And
And
so
he-
Roy was scared. Roy seemed like he was terrified when I heard him talk
in
about
the
it
later
the other
parts
day.
of that fight, when he started getting them body blows, he's like, "All right, man,
Yeah.
let's wrap this up.
Yep.
Let's wrap this
Yep.
up." So as long as Jake Paul doesn't attempt to try and knock Mike out or down,
Mhm.
it will probably just be a competitive spar back and forth, maybe a split decision.
So then I'd be okay with that.
That is probably what we're headed for.
I'd be okay with
What absolutely cannot happen is Jake Paul cannot try to knock out Tyson the way that he did Tyron Woodley or who else did he put down?
that.
Silva
Robinson?
or
that
or
him?
Nate
Or
Robinson.
was that
Yeah.
Logan? Or
Oh, that
him?
was Logan that did Silva. Yeah. So or Nate Robinson. Like he started taking them type of shots. Tyson still has a chin. I don't give a shit who he's in the ring with. You're not just gonna knock him on his ass. So when he feel you trying to lean in and actually put him down, that something's gonna snap. He's gonna try and kill you.
Yeah.
And it'll be
gonna
very
actually
easy
revert
to
to
see. It's going to be
Iron
very
Mike.
quick, as long
Yeah.
as it doesn't get too competitive on Paul's side. Then
I
they'll
think, it's
probably end
going,
it up.
I think it's gonna get competitive somehow.
We'll see if it does. I'm scared for that man.
Yeah.
I'm scared for him.
If it legitimately gets
If
to that.
if he gives Tyson the idea that he actually trying to win this fight and embarrass him, boy, God bless.
Yeah, facts.
Netflix Monday, 6 trillion people watch Jake Paul versus
When does that
Tyson.
fight come
I'm
out?
saying. What'd you say?
When does that fight happen?
The 18th.
15th, I
Is
think.
it the 15th?
I think.
Thought it was next
15th.
Saturday. What's next Saturday?
Oh yeah.
I think it's Friday. Friday is the 15th. 16th is the Saturday.
16th.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. All right. On to my second to last L. Versus is coming back, y'all.
Oh boy.
Who is it?
Apparently, and I think we overlooked this. They struck a deal with Twitter and Elon Musk. And so Swiss
Do
Beats
you
is
think
out
people
here.
gonna keep the Twitter app open enough to watch a whole versus, bro?
does anybody care about verses anymore?
Twitter's not a streaming. Okay, all right, okay.
Are we still here for verses like that?
Who is it? Swiss
Versus
Beats
was
and Timberland?
2020.
Yeah.
We're stuck in the house. We ain't got nothing to do.
Yeah.
They should have planned for life after the pandemic, and moving to Twitter is not the answer, bro.
I don't think so either. Yeah, they moved it over to Twitter, and now Swiss is out here announcing 2025 loading. So I guess versus is supposed to come back on Twitter in 2025. Who cares?
I would say, who can they get? Like, again, if you're reintroducing on your third platform, because we started on YouTube, then we moved to Triller, now we're all the way down to Twitter, which is not a streaming service. So who are you bringing out for people to reassert their confidence in this brand? Because right now it's a diminishing product. Nobody's really expecting a lot from the Versus brand at the moment. So who are we coming with?
Diddy versus R. Kelly.
Can't be done. Next. Like give me some serious ideas, chat. Assist. Who could be their introduction back to
somebody who's it would have to be almost akin to the 2 Chainz Rick Ross one, where they're like still pretty relevant.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see where it makes sense.
Brown Usher.
Go ahead, Johnny.
That would pull in some people, especially the
Chris
women.
Brown Usher, yeah. Chris Brown Usher would be good if you get some OGs that you haven't circled the block on already. I wouldn't want to see any repeats.
Mm-mm.
I'll tell you what they should do since they're rebranding. What I would do is I would tap into the female rappers, the ones with big enough catalogs to compete. So Nicki, Cardi B.
If they can get on stage.
If they could get on stage again, if they can make it work, Nicki, Cardi B. That'll break the internet. Now, I don't know if her catalog is big enough, but I think Rock Nation would be interested in a piece of that. Nicki Meg, right? I don't know if she has enough.
Nicki is going to get in a fight with.
I think if you pitch it to Nicki as it's going to be like a versus the queen kind of style. Like, obviously you are who you are. You've had all these challenges. Present it as like an opportunity to embarrass her competition. That's how you got to give it.
Her catalog is crazy. Like Cardi B
versus some of the younger rappers. Yeah, I think she stands out for sure.
Because they don't have to put out music like that anymore. You can become the brand. I'm here. I'm there. I'm fine. Nicki was putting out hit. Jay-Z features. She murdered these.
You know what? Marte he brings up a good point that no female rapper has a big enough catalog. My thought is
Missy could Missy stand Missy, up with Nicki Minaj on the versus stage?
But you have to bring her producing. What he say?
He said Missy gonna beat her flat out.
It just is what it is. And then anybody else is like, why are we doing this?
Well, yeah. I'm saying they need that younger Cardi B would work, but
she don't got enough.
She would have to mix in her features. She would be very heavy on features.
A lot of features, yeah.
Heavy on features. But I'm saying the crowd, the audience would show up to see it.
Oh, yeah, that's a fact.
And that's why it would be advantageous for Nicki, because there's nobody in this current era of female rap that has the catalog to compete. So it would really just be kind of like a congratulatory thing for her. I think that's
JT.
No. What? What, we got to call you Miami
female? It's the only female rapper she's gonna get on stage with.
Nah.
Tony Robinson said Ice Spice versus Ozempic.
I hate that. I hate Ice Spice took Ozempic.
And she does look weird now. She looks very weird. It looks like they found her somewhere and she wasn't really eating, and they trying to get her back to health.
Poor let's see. Critical Mass said Britney versus Christina, dead ass. Britney shouldn't be on anybody's stage right now.
Yeah, that's a little bit of that Lil Wayne effect. You'd love to see her, but the larynx aren't that great.
Black Panther said Pink versus Kelly Clarkson.
Who?
Pink versus Kelly Clarkson.
Okay.
Kelly Clarkson is going to dog that girl.
Yeah.
Kelly Clarkson can actually sing. I don't know what Pink's doing these
days. You would get a little audience off of that. I think people show up.
Pink is doing pink cocaine. Critical Mass. I don't know about Pink, bro. Critical Mass also said Nicki versus Lil Kim.
Oh, that's your shit, huh?
Yo. He's actually getting down. That's crazy. Marte said, "Let Coke Brit loose."
Hell no.
No.
Hell no, not with them
No.
knives she be carrying around and shit,
Yo.
be dancing with.
Yeah, and then the fact that she be dancing and shit, no, it's just not gonna look good. All right, my let's see, my last L. Let me see if I can bring up. the
Yeah, brother,
article.
bring it on home.
It's my last one, bro. We good. All right, so for this last L, I want both of y'all to imagine that you guys are billionaires.
Mhm.
You guys are looking for a home to settle into in LA, obviously. Beverly Hills to be specific, because you're billionaires, you want to live it up. It's a 13,000 square foot property that you're looking at in an area called the Platinum Triangle in Los Angeles. So it encompasses Beverly Hills, Bel Air, and some other nice neighborhoods, right?
Mhm.
A luxurious paneled entry foyer with a sweeping staircase, bathed in natural light, along with a large living room, formal dining room, wine cellar, office, and a gourmet kitchen with a family room.
Thanks, Rocky.
Room and separate catering kitchen. And a state-of-the-art theater that seats 35 guests, a large gym, recording studio, and additional guest
This is a resort. This ain't no house.
1.3 acre estate. Resort-like swimming pool, waterfall, grotto, basketball court, all that shit, right? Nice house, right?
Mhm.
Right.
But you also find out that Diddy is the previous owner.
Oh, damn it.
I'm straight.
Damn. Damn.
I'm good.
Damn. It ain't enough disinfectant, dog. It's not enough disinfectant in the world.
Ugh.
So wait, what kind of discount you giving me? So obviously, when you tell me who the former owner is, then now we just gonna start every charge that he get convicted of. We gonna take something off the price. Oh, he got one murder charge. Okay, let's go. Arson.
Yeah.
Okay, come on, take some more off. Rape in here? It happened here? Yeah, come on.
This
take some
house
more
got
off.
raided?
How
Oh,
many counts? 7? Okay, let's come down to about 70,000. Let's keep chipping away. Like every charge, literally, I'm like, oh, that happened here.
No. Okay, so I want you to know that he bought the property 10 years ago for $40 million.
Yeah, he ain't selling it for.
And
40
he
million.
is struggling to find a seller
no shit
right now.
No shit.
How much do you think he's trying to sell it for?
I would say he's probably around, let's say 29,000.
1,000.
I'm sorry, 29 million.
Okay. Johnny, guess.
Yeah. I'll say 35.
Okay. Diddy's
I mean, he
woes
bought it 10
worsened as
years
he reportedly, what'd you say?
He bought it 10 years ago.
10 years for 40 million. Diddy's woes worsen as he reportedly struggles to find buyer for $61 million mansion.
What?
He's
Yeah.
trying to sell it for $61 million.
Wait.
Because he bought it 10 years ago for 40.
For 40 million.
Which homes appreciate in value.
And that's why I was
Problem
thinking.
is, it's
Not
Diddy's house.
your home. Not
Not
your
your home. You wrong.
Homes appreciate in value.
It's in
Not
the Los
your
Angeles
home.
market too. So I guess
Right.
that counts for the inflation. But like,
But for Diddy, it
It's
should not
dog.
appreciate.
you're on trial for
You need
sex
to be
and drug
selling that
trafficking.
for. You need to be selling that for much less than what you got it for at this point.
Yeah.
And
no,
then
he's
if they
trying.
know it's you trying to sell it, the only thing I got to do is wait you out. These lawyers expensive. You're gonna be in jail for years trying to fight case appeals, all this other stuff, paying people off to stop talking. You can't afford to try to strong arm me into the price you want.
$61 million.
That's that arrogance, man. That is why I believe people when they say that he's just an arrogant son of a gun. Because what makes you think that they're going to pay 21 million above what you bought 10 years ago,
Knowing
even
what
if it
happened-
is an inflated LA market
knowing what
from
happened-
you?
According to TMZ, a couple recently viewed the property, but the woman was creeped out by the house.
Duh, I bet.
Yeah, don't say it, TMZ. Thanks for that
What was you creeped out
crack
about?
reporting there.
I wonder what's creepy about it. Probably a lot of mirrors. It's probably
I
mirrors
wonder what-
everywhere.
I wonder what isn't creepy about it.
There's mirrors everywhere. They got the little posts for the cameras in every room.
They're slipping everywhere in the house because baby
There's
oil is
baby
all over
oil
the floor.
everywhere.
That's not fair, Marcus. He's freaky, but he deserves a fair price on his house. That's crazy.
I'm telling you, people know you on trial. They know you bleeding money at the moment. Again, your lawyer team is not cheap. You're fighting federal charges. Anybody with half a brain knows to wait. If you asking too much and you need the money, that's why you selling it. Wait.
That shit going on an auction, fam.
The hell they might just snatch it from you. Yeah.
He gonna lose. He definitely gonna lose.
Facts.
But I mean, you gotta try at first to,
yeah. But you're in a losing standpoint here, so you might as well just
Cut your
go ahead
losses.
and let it go for the low, dog.
Yeah.
man, you might as well
Those
let
might
it
not lose
win
an ounce.
that thing.
Right.
You want to go next, Johnny? Or you want me to go?
I guess I can go. I ain't got much.
All right, for sure.
I guess I'll start with my L's. First L, we touched on this the other day. Well, that was yesterday. Bronny James. He catching the L, bro.
Yeah.
Because not only, he's relegated to the G League, but he doesn't travel with the G League team. His teammates, he travels with the Lakers, and last night he got bodied. I think he scored like 5 points.
He has 6 points, 5 turnovers, 3 boards, and 2 steals.
Disgusting.
He played more minutes, got more shots up than any of the other starters. His plus minus the entire game was -1.
Exactly. A L. So
listen,
you
man.
looking, you getting to the age where it's like, bro, you gotta become your own man right now. Yeah, daddy done got you here and stuff, but you gotta become your own man if this is what you want to do. So,
unfortunately, I think the ship is kind of sailed on the development part, which only leads. The only way that he stays past his father's career is if he can somehow get good enough to play a role on an NBA team, not be a complete NBA player. That ship is sailed, unfortunately, because he was convinced to leave college not even a full year out of having, a major heart surgery. I don't think, regardless, it could have been Michael Jordan's son, it could have been Kobe Bryant's son that he never even had. Nobody, I don't think that was a smart move for anyone. Not to mention the kind of problems he had in his game coming into that already before the heart, the heart condition.
Yeah.
So it just wasn't handled correctly. What you talking about him not traveling with the team on the G League team? Could you imagine being Dalton Connect, playing G League games, rotating in and out, and he's a baller. He's a stud. He can shoot the ball. He got a handle. He can dunk. He can play a little defense. He's worlds better than Bronny. But he got to go split time at the G League, and he doesn't even have a guaranteed contract.
Mm-hmm.
Can you imagine looking at this kid, knowing damn well, come shun or shine, they've already signed a deal. He's going to be here for the next 3 to 4 years.
Mm.
And I got to fight just to play.
And this is what I wonder, because LeBron basically owns the Lakers right now. So do I get cut if I'm on the G League and I get caught talking about Bronny? Man, this old spoiled brat, bro. Do I lose minutes if someone over here, the wrong person hears that?
Yep.
I'm off the team.
It's a wrap for you.
And when that gets louder, like not just for the G League players, but for the guys on the NBA bench, when he starts getting minutes in the middle of a losing effort towards the middle of the season, because again, he's splitting time. So he is going to get NBA minutes. When they're losing and Bronny James is getting burned, oh my God.
You're getting my minutes.
This thing is going to this is going to get ugly. It's already coming out. Players are already saying it. They don't believe he's a pro. Jaylen Brown said it a couple of months ago. Jeff Teague, of all people, is now saying it. Like,
Jeff Teague is a champion.
They're going stop it. These people are going to get louder, and the names of people, the more people that say it, the bigger names will feel safe to actually tell the truth. All of a sudden, they'll be on Inside the NBA, and they'll be talking about how a travesty it was for the Lakers to have ever done this with Charles and Shaq and them, right? Like, we're not that far from that point. This is kind of how I predicted it would go. I don't know if I thought it would progress this quickly. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Shout out to Ora82. Besides that Go Blue that you posted,
what up, Ora?
Did y'all see
Appreciate
the arenas?
chat.
Did y'all see the arenas clip where he evaluated Bronny as the same as LeBron in 9th grade?
First of all,
stop the cap.
I gotta go use the bathroom. But yeah, you can talk about that. I don't.
I didn't see it. Wait, I didn't see it. I didn't see it, so I can't respond to that.
Bronny ain't played like LeBron a day in his life. He ain't played like that man a day in his life. You know,
no, he hasn't.
And you know, they have similarities. You know, being kind of passive and want to pass first, but
yeah, but Bronny has to do that.
Yeah, and he's not 6'9". You know,
Yeah.
He's not a freak of nature athletically. You know, you're just a normal kind of guy in the league.
Yeah.
Like, how tall is Bronny? 6'2"?
6'1", 6'2", somewhere around there.
So ain't that about what Westbrook is? 6'2"?
Yeah, but Westbrook is a dog. He got that dog in him.
He's a dog, and he's maybe one of the most freakish athletes ever. Also, you know what I'm saying? So that's the thing. If you're going to be short like that,
Russell Westbrook's 6'4".
Oh,
a little bit taller.
So that makes it even worse for you. I don't.
Yeah. Plus, I don't see Bronny James getting anywhere averaging a triple-double anytime soon. So
No. I'm just saying, if you're a smaller guy, but I forgot Westbrook about 6'4", 6'3".
About 6'4", yeah, a little bit.
Bronny, when I see Bronny, he looks about 6 foot to me. He don't look 6'2".
Yeah, I think the 6'2" is a little generous.
Yeah,
he looks small.
But it's a little generous for most NBA players.
Gilbert Arenas has been back to the super chat. He's been doing that for the Bronny for a while now.
Oh, he's been glazing him.
He's been doing that for a while, making excuses for him. How else is a 55th pick supposed to look? He shouldn't be the 55th pick. Shouldn't have been the 55th pick. I think the 55th pick can get a bucket at least. If you in the NBA, you got drafted, you should be able to get a bucket at least. And the things that were touted about him never really materialized. Oh, he's this great defender. No,
never. His defense is garbage.
Not even off ball. Like, he's not even aware of like screeners, cutter. He just be kind of standing around like his dad does. And honestly, because his father has kind of, used his athleticism to his advantage so much, he never really worked on those finer points. LeBron's handle has been mid for years. He's not a great shooter because he's never really put the time in, honestly. That's why he can either drive or shoot threes now, because the mid-range is absolutely gone.
Mm-hmm.
That he has a green light to shoot the mid-range. He is one of those players. He just doesn't have it, right? Free throw shooting, another one, right? We can't attack the basket in certain parts of games strategically because you can't shoot it from the line. Like, what? The fact that we keep having this conversation of Jordan or LeBron and he can't shoot free throws is crazy to me. But that's not the argument we have today. I just think that his game, personally, LeBron's, has been really predicated on athleticism for a number of years. So then how could he teach his son to be a cerebral player that way if he's benefiting from elite athleticism and your son doesn't have that? You can't. It's not a one-to-one. How could you affect
6'9"?
Yeah, he can't do what you do.
You know what'll fix Bronny's game up right away, immediately? He needs to go see Lethal Shooter. Have you seen those clips?
He's shooting gummy bears full half court into a water bottle. It's crazy.
He then laid down and shot it.
It's nuts.
That shit was crazy.
That shit is nuts.
As soon as he says, I understand
it. Same IQ, better passer, not quite as good a shooter. Fam, are you out of your mind? Who puts their reputation on shit like this?
Somebody who wants their podcast to get impressions.
But I mean, okay,
quick impressions.
I guess credibility don't mean nothing.
It doesn't. It absolutely doesn't.
Gilbert will say anything.
He'll say anything. Bronny is in a situation folk are making a thing. He's a glorified mascot. Nobody is fucking about the 12th player. No, but it's the fact that the Lakers need help. And so, like, that 15th roster spot could mean something. Like, that could be the difference in the season. Only we got one of them spots locked down to a black hole, like a non-playable player. So, like, yeah, it's maybe not as big a deal that he's so far down the bench that you can ignore him. That's cool. But when you actively need other pieces and he just taking up a roster spot, yeah, no, that's the problem. That's the issue.
Exactly.
Oh
That's
yeah,
all
it's,
I'm saying?
you go you.
I got you. So my next dub, that was all for my L's.
Okay.
My dub, DC, Matt Reeves. They're saying they're about to do a HBO Max, a Joker kind of
I
series
saw that.
like
Yeah.
Penguin. And I know y'all been watching the Penguin. It's a beautiful thing. It's something. Hey,
Really good show.
exactly. Something good, great acting. Colin Farrell, I forget he's in that mask and all that
Facts.
paint. Like this dude really seems like that sloppy.
Oswald Cobb, boy, he looked like the Penguin for real.
He does.
He's a really good method actor. I didn't realize he could transform himself like that. But that
Mhm.
shit is nuts.
It's going to
Yeah,
do wonders for his career again too. Because
Yeah.
he hasn't been doing a whole bunch.
Not
but
much. Yeah.
This has been
Yeah.
perfect.
This is just crazy, and so we're into this comic book, DC, Marvel. So the Matt Reeves verse looks like he might have something. He doesn't like to do the fantastical. You're not going to see a Poison Ivy probably, but
Yeah.
the based characters,
Much more grounded.
exactly, the grounded characters. I just want to see that you have a plan for what you're doing and it makes sense. Good writing, good acting, good actors in these positions, and it looks like he has that. So right now, I'm loving it. Do your thing, Matt.
I just wonder how long of a leash James Gunn is going to give. Okay, we got the Penguin. Okay, you can keep your Battinson over there, and that can be outside of the DCU. How much rope is he going to give Matt Reeves? Because again, it's one thing if the main DCU is strong and that it's delineated itself, like this is our timeline. Anything outside of that is just extra. That's one thing. If you don't have that, and all the Reeves stuff is popular, now you're creating a situation where you're actively trying to work away from what's working. Right. So how much leash does he give Reeves to actually be successful? Because then if I'm Zaslav and I'm looking at it, I'm like, well, that's all the shit you got.
I'm gonna go with the Reeves.
Yeah, I'm gonna say Blue Beetle, The Flash, Aquaman 2, Creature Commandos, okay. And then we got the Penguin, Batman, Joker. Like, buddy, we may need to reorganize. I think Reeves should be president.
Corn Sweat, bro.
Again, he's got a lot riding on those films coming out. Creature Commandos and Superman movie. He's got a lot riding on this. A lot. Especially because Reeves continues to be successful.
Yeah.
He continues to be successful, and his tone for Gotham, we haven't really seen it expanded outside of Gotham. Now, I'll tell you one thing that's dangerous for James Gunn is allowing Matt Reeves to get out of Gotham. If he allows Reeves to make a project about something that's not, God damn it, I was hoping that would happen.
Oh,
no. If he allows him to do it and get outside of Gotham, that's dangerous for Gunn. That is very dangerous for Gunn because now you're starting to prove that you can build an entire DC universe and not just a plentiful Gotham.
Yeah.
So he better watch his ass with that.
Got you.
Better.
So yeah, I'm glad to see that. But my last dub, and this dude has been killing the internet. Kai Cenat. These young dudes with this internet nonstop. I'm streaming for 30 days straight, and he's
like, dog. I don't get the appeal, but then I guess I get the dedication because if you're gonna literally sit up on camera doing what we do for like an entire day's worth, like, fam, I don't think I can be on camera that long. Y'all gonna see some stuff, y'all. It's just I don't think I can be on camera.
He's bringing
got
on
a crazy setup.
Yeah, he does, and he's bringing on Miles Morales
behind the scenes. He's got like a full production setup behind it, like all screens and all that.
I believe it. Yeah,
it's crazy.
Elliot Chopper, DDG, Kodak Black. He's just bringing on different people, and it's just people are just chopping up all these, and it's everywhere on the internet. Like he is taking. Yeah. I can only do nothing but salute to him because he's everywhere. I mean, we saw this
from a
dude.
work standpoint. Oh, you can't do nothing but respect the grind because,
Mhm.
like you said, the type of names that are willing to be, in partnership with him, come on the stream and be seen with him. He got the button right now, low key. So
Bro,
it's
he's
like,
Eyes are on him.
He was
He-
shaking
he- he's
hands
doing
with the NBA commissioner.
yeah,
at
that's
the
crazy.
Opening night.
That's insane. He's talking. I think he was talking to Steve Ballmer at one of these. He's talked to Mark Cuban. Like, for a guy who does what we do, to be in those type of circles for any reason is impressive. Let alone they know who he is.
You gotta have a camera on you 24/7
Yep.
for 30 days during a mafia-thon like he does, though. That's like, it's crazy. It's just crazy.
And he's bringing these dudes on there, and they're all eating off of it. You had the Miles Morales, NPC on there,
And he had the ice cream so good girl on there too.
Yeah, so he's bringing all these people on, and
I go to Google.
Yeah,
I
you
go
got
to
her.
Google. Oh, is that the
You
girl?
got her
Oh,
on there
shit.
too. Yeah.
I didn't know she was
what's her? I can't think of her name.
I can't remember her name, but yeah, her.
But yeah,
Pinky doll. I go to Google and I search a pinky doll. And you know what I see? Picture. Like, damn, girl, they don't got Google in Brazil. What is going on?
yes. So he's killing it.
Yeah.
Him and iSpeed, that they
see.
kind of the top in this streamer, I'm ridiculous kind of genre. But they getting their bread. Get your bread, brothers.
If I was that young, I would try. I would at least try.
Yeah.
I don't got the
they
energy
jumped
to
on
be
it,
doing
for
all that shit they be doing, but if I had it, boy, I'd be streaming for sure.
Ain't
You know,
nobody stopping you from streaming
that's
like
another
that,
Ohio finest.
Josh.
I mean, you could do what you want to do from your crib, bro. You know what I'm saying? Set it up.
I'm not doing a 30-day 24/7 stream. It's not
Bro,
happening.
get you a GoPro, slap that joint on your chest, and talk and walk.
Yeah. No.
Ain't nobody
Do your
stopping
thing.
you.
No. What is wrong with both of y'all?
Hey, man, I don't. You
You
sound
coulda
like
went to
I feel like we got all younger 30s. We don't have the energy for that no more. It's not happening.
turn the camera on, bro.
then sit. Like,
I'll
swear they be
stream.
sitting there eating. They had they little moves that they be having over on stream sometimes. Like sometimes they just be living and had a camera on.
Yeah.
That's the
Oh,
kind of
you know
nerve wracking
it.
thing to me. Like when the cameras is off, this place is a madhouse. It's like people are everywhere. So like I don't think I
want to
can
see
have
a
it.
parenting stream. Make it happen.
No, they didn't ask for that. Nobody asked for that.
2 years
That
later,
probably
you
feels
will be
close to real life.
shaking hands with Ryan Day.
Would you say?
2 years later, you'll be shaking hands with Ryan Day. They'll be,
Hey,
All right,
see?
bro.
this is
I'll
this
stream.
is-
I'm not doing a mafia-thon. It's not happening.
Okay.
I'll do a Buckeye-thon.
Am I up?
Yeah. That's all I got.
All right, for sure. All right. Here we go. Let me readjust my lady here. Yeah. Damn spill. All right. Here we go. Let's start out with the dubs because I have a couple. You know what I'm saying? I have a couple. First dub I'm going to give out is to Ernie Johnson. I caught Ernie Johnson on the internet. Shout out to the Art of Dialogue Twitter page. I find a lot of good gems on there. So he was doing his interview and he was talking about
Sorry, something Marte said.
what do you say? Go ahead.
He was talking about the streaming shit. And he said, eventually, I'm gonna want to say some anti-Jewish and some trans shit.
Oh
and I
my
can't be on
god,
camera.
that's
Crazy.
anywho. Damn, what am I even talking about?
Ernie Johnson.
God
Or
damn
Ernie,
you, Marte.
Not Ernie Johnson.
Ernie Johnson, yeah.
Is that his name? Ernie Johnson? Isn't that
Ernie Hudson, excuse me.
Oh, but
Ernie
say,
Hudson.
that's-
So
not him
that name, it's the black guy from Ghostbusters,
Yes.
Black Ghostbuster. So Ernie Johnson is telling his story about his time in Hollywood and how, a lot of drugs and alcohol and everybody involved. He didn't really indulge all that much. Said he did have a period where he was maybe trying coke. He had a bad experience where he had to yell at his kid, then looked himself in the mirror, decided not to do it. So
It's such a quintessential addict getting right.
he's
story.
like, hey, the looking at yourself in the mirror and then flushing it down the toilet is like a Dare commercial. It's like a Dare commercial.
Made for TV movie.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so I'll let that one go. The funnier thing is that this kind of tells me what type of person he is. So he tells me about or not me, but he start talking about the Hollywood parties. And he's like, yeah, man, I would always be there having fun, just kicking it. It's a lot of celebrities around, but there would always be this point in the night where they would just come tap me and be like, yeah, Ernie, I think it's time for you to go. And he would be like, okay, and just leave. Like,
okay, guys, I'm gonna make my way out of here.
Ernie, it's about to be some wild shit going down. I think you want to move along. Go back to your family, bro. Like, he was like, okay,
No, that's what it is. Then.
bet.
He has a family. Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, no, yeah, he had a wife.
He's a family man, so like, yeah.
Well, but I mean, a lot of them got wife and kids. Now that don't disqualify everything. But I think they know who to have and who not to have around there, right?
Sure.
If the Hollywood sex triangle stuff is as rampant as we hear about, then you got to have like-minded people at those parties. You can't just send an invitation out to everybody.
Facts.
Yeah,
you got to
ain't
send it
in
to
the in
people.
crowd, Ernie.
You gotta let
you look
people
like a damn snitch, Ernie.
You look like, and your name is Ernie.
I mean, his name is Ernie. He ain't magic.
They was like, yeah, he gonna snitch. He gonna snitch.
We about to do some
He
wild.
ain't Irvin. He's Ernie.
Which thank God, good on him, because if that kept him out of all of these court documents and these tapes, and he didn't get doused with baby oil, then good for him.
I would say his black ass would be the one to get caught. So like. Thank you for telling me y'all about to be doing some.
Y'all about to be doing all this
shit.
freaky stuff. So yeah, thank you for getting me up out of here. All right, that's Ernie Johnson. I'm giving a dub out to DDG and Haley.
You're giving a dub to them.
I'm giving a dub to both of them. So they got into a little spat last week on the internet, right? You seen DDG have Halo on the string with Kai Cenat, what you were just talking about, Johnny. Seemingly innocuous, it was cool. He wasn't doing nothing wild. They wasn't smoking or drinking nothing inside the room while he was there.
Sure.
Haley, obviously, she took to the internet, got a little upset by it, made some tweets, said some things. I think it was a pretty emotional moment for her. I gave her some space on that, just
especially if she really is going through.
She's a new mom. I mean, it don't even got to be that far, but just the fact that she's a new mom, she's away from her kid. She's hypersensitive to anything that's going on with it. So women act like that. And as a celebrity,
you want to be private with some of the things that you have going on in your life.
The reason why I'm giving her a dub is because she circled back, I think even the same day, and was like, or maybe the next day.
I think
she was like, you know what? I was emotional. I probably shouldn't have took to the internet and said nothing to y'all about it. I know, first of all, the biggest thing, my child is always safe when he's with his father. He's always safe when he's with his father. So I'm not about to demonize him or serve this up to y'all so that, because she know her fans, and she know what her fans do in relation to DDG. And it's not always positive. And so like for her to step in front of that and be like, no, first and foremost, he's always safe when he's with his father. I was in my fields. I did wrong. I went about it the wrong way. DDG follows that up and goes to his fandom and says, hold on, because there was definitely some equal action coming back towards her. Sure. What you trying to make it seem like he can't? He's her son. He's her father. That's his kid too. Yeah. He should be able to do what he want to do. Like, no, I'm not about to let y'all do that. I'm not about to let y'all drive this wedge. I'm not about to let y'all make me hate her or be mad at her. Like, I understand what she was going through. We talked about it, obviously. Beyond that, y'all don't need to go with her. Like, that's not what I want from y'all. That's not what we're about to have.
Yeah.
Both of them showing the kind of maturity that their fan bases seem unable to do at all.
That's my question.
And I love that they both stood up in the midst of that and kind of dispelled all the bullshit.
So Haley went out and tweeted what she did originally, and it seemed like immediately people were like, nah, we're not about to just go and harass DDG the way you think we would probably do. My question is, what if they did? What if they did actually react in a way to support Haley, which is what would normally happen in that case?
Yeah.
If that was the case, the rhetoric that she initially spewed would still be all the more.
No,
toxic.
it is what it is, and I think that's what the apologies for. First of all, she's a woman. She got up on the internet and apologized. So first of all, we need to take the record down.
Yes.
We need to exalt her.
Yes.
Second of all, you can't undo the thing, but you can move differently based off of what you did, right? And so that at least shows
feel like
a bit
that's
of
what happened.
maturity. That's what I'm saying. It's
The
maturity.
reaction to the fact that nobody took nobody bit is now okay. All right, I got a chance to go back and be like, okay, that was wrong. So I apologize.
And that's the internet part of it. If she would have just cussed him out in the text message, we would have never known, and then she would have been able to apologize just to one person.
But I guess if everybody did go up for her, would she then feel emboldened and then?
Oh, I think they
continue
went
that?
up for her. Her fans definitely went
It
up
wasn't.
for her. Like,
It wasn't to what she probably would have.
I just think it was equally met with people who were trying to not really feel where she was coming from in terms of her emotions and not seeing the baby and being away from him. Like,
sure.
it was equal. It kind of plays into that gender war shit that we got going on.
Yeah.
It got both sides riled up, and so you never really saw either one of them win out. And I like that they try to push both of it back. Like, it's not
Yeah, no,
just handle it off the internet.
and I like the maturity that DDG showed.
It was good that they squashed it in the
Yeah.
maturity, but I get so tired of this celebrity relationship stuff on
Type
Facebook,
stuff, yeah. Yep.
Instagram, the way it blows up. I just hate. It's like, bro, because I'm old enough to see it before it got like this. So I just
Mhm.
stuff, and I'm like, what the hell? Who
Yeah.
cares? You know what I'm saying? Like, who
It'd be
cares?
like it's your friend up the street and you gossiping, like, yeah, no, we don't know these people. Yeah, we don't know these folks.
Yeah, it's like, but people are so invested.
Yeah.
Oh, very much so.
Yep.
Tony Robinson, chill out in the chat.
Hey,
Dog,
what?
Dog said, Ernie, if you ain't trying to grab your ankles, hit the road, Jack.
Chill out.
Hey, we're giving a dub out to Shaquille O'Neal. He had some thoughts on the NBA's middling ratings this season. Ratings are way down for the NBA. And he believes it has to do with the 3-point shot.
Yeah.
Teams are playing in a way that's antithetical to the game. It's not that appealing anymore, right? Like there was a pocket in there where Curry and the Splash Brothers were doing it, and it was so new that like everybody wanted to try it. Well, I think that luster is kind of worn off.
Literally everybody's doing it. Even the big men are doing it.
It's worn off, and people don't like the product.
And nobody's playing defense.
So now, while we always talking about the WNBA players, oh, y'all need to raise the rim. Y'all need to hoop in booty shorts.
He's
Y'all
keeping the
need
same
to
energy.
hoop like men and go get some contact. Y'all need to do more dunks. That's what had the NBA at its height at the 90s and the early 2000s was the Skywalkers, the Jordans, the Tracy McGrady's, the Vince Carters, the Kobe's.
We need poster material. We need
Sean Kemp, Larry
ankles.
Johnson.
We need ankles broken.
You know what I'm saying? Dwight Howard.
Everybody played different. You know,
Yeah.
your point guard didn't play like a shooting guard. Some of them did, but they were still traditional point guards.
The
Your
only point
Each
guard out there
position.
really breaking ankles is Kyrie.
each position you still had centers.
Yeah.
Low post game. Now you
Right.
got Big Cat who wants to shoot threes all day.
Bro, he want to play from the perimeter so bad, boy. He wish he was 6'6". He was like, man, if I was only 6'6", they'll let me play guard like I want to.
Yeah,
That's Carl Anthony
during the
Towns
interview-
in the post.
during the interview, he says, yeah. So I did my thing, you know. I was, and then after when he's in the locker room, he's like, yeah, you know, I was open, bro. So, you know, I let it go. You know?
Oh,
shit.
I hate Carl Anthony Towns, but I'm just a hater.
I'm not a fan.
I'm just a hater because he got Jordan Wood. So
I mean, he's a character, but he's soft. You know, they should
Very
have
much.
probably been in the finals last year, but he disappeared that whole series.
yeah,
But that's part of the problem with the NBA now.
No,
You
for
got
sure.
a 7-footer that thinks he's that thinks he's Steph Curry.
that's gonna be a problem in New York. They're not gonna put up with that
They're
shit in
gonna
New York.
fire his ass up in New York. They are going to fire the next time when he go to the playoffs and he throw out one of them 0-point games. Oh
going
my
to
God,
let
the
him
New York
have it.
media is going to hammer this man. He like being in New York right now. He's not gonna like it when it comes playoff time.
No,
He's not gonna like it when it comes playoff time.
they're gonna want Julius Randle back.
I am giving a dub out to Rashida Tlaib. I think this is maybe the last of the election talk here, for at least for me. Rashida Tlaib was one of the only members not only to not, endorse the VP candidate as she was nominated and not actually voted, not endorse her out of the Democratic Party. She's also one of the only sitting members of that more progressive wing of the party to resume her seat. She won. Her and Ilhan Omar both won. They didn't endorse either Biden or Kamala Harris. They won their seats. The Republicans were able to flip the Senate and the House.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, as much as the bellowing about, oh, no, I didn't support her enough. I didn't support her enough. Well, the people who didn't support her and her, her genocide and her lack of, concrete ways to turn the economy around, well, they won. They won their seats. You know what I'm saying? They were able to win in a place in Michigan where Trump won overwhelmingly.
Mm-hmm.
So like the dissonance is not seeming to line up. Oh, well, if we would have took all those Jill Stein voters and if we'd have found every black man in Detroit and made her vote for Kamala Harris, I still don't think that makes up for 139,000 votes or whatever the difference ended up being at the end of the call there for Michigan.
Yeah.
But it was well over 100,000 votes. So like people who are saying that your math isn't mathing, if you're still going after third party voters for Kamala Harris's loss, you can't count. You simply can't count. You don't. Numbers are not your thing.
Sure.
If you're blaming anybody other than her and her Cheney endorsements, Dick and Liz Cheney. Oh yeah, that's gonna win over people for sure. The crooked war criminal and his sister. Yeah, that's gonna be great. That'll really get people excited to vote.
The man who made big bucks on the war on Afghanistan
and lied to get us into it.
Yeah.
And then old girl who been fighting with Trump over the damn impeachment for like 3 years. Like none of this was very well run. And then even before her, right? Like nobody voted for her to be the nominee. We didn't get a chance to vote. Biden dropped out too late. They didn't have an open primary for people to vote her in to nominate her. They just picked her. They just picked her, and they expected her to be a different candidate than when she was running for president the first time. She was tracking behind Joe Biden at that time too.
Or a different candidate than Hillary Clinton.
And
yeah, man.
And you pushing Meg the Stallion and Cardi B and all these.
Yeah, man, like millions of dollars raised. And
that ain't what we stand for. We don't listen to them no more. Look at them. Like, come on.
I listen to them sometimes. But that's
we listen to their music. We're no longer letting celebrities. Yeah.
I've been preaching that since the beginning. Your constituents are much smarter than the celebrities you put on the stage and the pop the balloon ad that you put out.
Yeah.
Like,
and they hate that. They resent us for it, and it makes them not want to represent us even more. Like they go further and further to the right of politics to try to gain new voters that way, than to come back to the folks that was already traditionally supporting them and finding out how to serve them better. They're just bad politicians. Because you can say what you want about Republicans, they find a way to talk to folks. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like they, with the money advantage that the Democrats have, or the left has, with the media advantage that they have, because there are not that many pillars of conservative media out here right now. They should be dominating every facet of people's political life, and they just simply do not do the work. They have got so obsessed with making money and trying to keep poor people poor that they now lose elections that they should win. You lost to a reality TV star twice, 2 times. And ironically, you damn near ran the same candidate to do it.
Basically.
Like she's basically black. Indian.
One's Indian and black.
She's basically Indian Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Yep.
Disappointing. I mean, I didn't vote for her. Didn't vote for Trump. But I just, it's still disappointing even still, because I mean, you expected Ohio to go red here. That wasn't really.
I mean, yeah, outside of
that wasn't ever really in question. I think Jill Stein maybe got like 15,000 votes. Oh, let me tell you. Actually, no, that's on my other list. Never mind. I won't spoil it. But there was some real dirty shit going on here in Ohio around third party voting. Where are we at? So that was Rashida Tlaib. That's all my dubs. On to my L's. I'm giving an L out to Auburn basketball. Did you hear that them boys had to get a plane grounded because they got into a fight? on the
I heard
charter
about
flight on
it,
PJ?
and then I saw one of the players getting really upset that homeboy was on a heat check. Like he was just killing him with the 3-point, and like he was wide open, he'd just be like on the side.
But,
Like,
but
bro,
like,
your boy is hot. Like, let him get the hot hand off.
he had to be extra mad because they fought on the plane and it got so bad that they had to land it. Like, that's not a scrummage. That's not a fight just between two people. Like, if they had to land a damn plane,
Yeah,
they couldn't. The coaches couldn't control you, dog. First of all, I don't think you're ever going to be able to get on a flight again, which is that's really going to complicate things with your college basketball career.
that's a fact.
Did
I
they
didn't
fly
see
commercial or was it private? Did they fly private?
I think it was a PG. I think it was private.
I feel like they had a video of it. Did they not?
They had the on air the calling. The pilot was calling back to the station to say we got to turn around.
I got you. Okay.
I don't think it matters because that it might have been private because they had to go back to customs. They had to go back to the airport.
Sheesh.
That's going to get reported to the FAA.
Oh, for sure.
Got
You
you.
know, you can't have that.
I'm telling you, bro. He had the hot hand. They were up like 75-29 on the
And bro
team.
was just mad.
And he was just chucking up threes. And I'm telling you, bro was like, man, you could have passed me the ball one time. And then the other nigga was just like, nigga, I was hot, bro. What are you talking about? What are you on right now? And he probably started talking cash shit at him. And then they fought.
You suck. That's why I ain't throw you the ball.
Yeah, he been this been brewing. This been brewing.
Yeah, if it was that bad, and it's factions too, because again, they wouldn't turn the whole plane around over a fight with two people. They would just have the team split them up.
Sure.
So it had to have been a bigger fight, and so now there's probably factions. It's just crazy.
One of the niggas on the bench was probably like, yeah, he do be bullshitting with the ball, bro. He be ball hogging and shit. And then, you know, there's two of them versus the whole team at that point
Yeah,
because he won them the game.
yeah.
I'm assuming. I don't
Yeah, I
know.
mean,
I'm not an
it
insider
could
at
be.
all.
It could be. Giving the L out to Uncle Luke. Uncle Luke is getting an L from me for being. I don't even know what to call him. What do you? Yeah. No. First of all, I am down for all the Freaknik documentaries now. Have at it. I want to see them. I'll watch them. We'll review them here on the channel. Bring on the Freaknik documentaries. Uncle Luke was so upset that his shorty Kamala Harris did not get elected that he told the 12%. The 12%. You know how minuscule 12% is in the grand scheme of the race in Florida, which Democrats weren't going to win anyways.
Right.
But 12% of black men in Florida voted Trump. Right? Do you know that Uncle Luke said that they should be lynched and that he's going to wait for them to be lynched?
Why is this driving people insane, bro?
Bro, like saying the craziest stuff.
What?
He said the 12% of black men that voted for Trump in Georgia, or excuse me, in Florida, that he's waiting for them to be lynched.
Yo, that's
And where did he say it at?
insane.
Not on Instagram Live, not on Twitter, but to Chuckles on the Dan Le Batard show.
Jesus.
Said it on the Dan Le Batard show, and Dan Le Batard chuckled. So first of all, Dan Le Batard, fuck you,
Yeah, that's
fuck
crazy.
Poppy, and fuck the boat that y'all ran in over here from Cuba on. Okay,
Well, statistically
With
speaking,
your-
they probably voted.
you
for
know,
Trump.
they absolutely voted for Trump. It's not even up for question.
Yeah.
But screw you and Poppy, okay? And for Uncle Luke, since you're so comfortable with your white supremacy and whatever it is that led you to say that black men should be lynched for not voting for your candidate, you can fuck off too. And once again, I hope the DOJ looks into the damn Freakniks and see if you're culpable for any of the sexual assaults that went on during the
something.
concerts. Now, since we just talking about shit, since we talking about what we hope, you know what I'm saying? I hope the DOJ gets very interested in Uncle Luke.
Bro, this is going this stuff is going crazy right now.
You
I
want us to be lynched?
I started to put this in my L's because they're going crazy. Dudes like him and these women on TikTok and stuff saying we should be killed. Bro, she got what? What did she get? 80-some% of the black man vote? She got like 80-some%.
It was
It was
70.
like
Yeah.
90.
I mean, it was high. It was like
It was
70.
high 70s.
It was like 78. Yeah, it was like 78. It was almost 80.
Yeah.
If she got 100% of the black vote, she probably still doesn't win.
First of all, who is owed 100% of the black vote in general? Like that is it. The fact that they expect it is the disrespectful part, right? That you can have a dominating figure like that and say it still wasn't enough. Fam, why are you so afraid to talk to white women? Why are they so afraid to talk to white girls about how they be posing so socially progressive online and then getting them boobs and vote conservative?
Yeah.
Why are they continuously trying to drip back into this well, knowing that this is the least plentiful voting block? You don't give nothing to us. You don't pay it forward. You do less for us than anyone else and expect 100%, which it's infuriating, man. It's really not surprising that all of the places where Biden dominated Trump last election in 2020, she underperformed. Right, because she took a lot of things for granted. She took a lot of things for it's just going to happen. Oh, Latinos are people of color. They're naturally, I'm going to carry them, right? Without actually talking to them and finding out what it is they want. Oh, I'm phenotypically black, so black women will naturally support me, and that'll trickle down to black men, and I won't have to put an agenda together for them. That hurt her. She didn't go to Dearborn, Michigan, where there are a lot of their concerns about the genocide that's going on. Didn't even go to the place. She let Trump go there and Trump for a week. Let him go there and talk to them people, all the Muslims that didn't want to vote for her, all the Arabs that didn't want to vote for her, and let them talk to Trump for an entire week. She never sniffed it. She gave up all the Rust Belt. She lost the blue wall states, Michigan, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania. She got her ass kicked in all those places, and even the metro places in those areas, Philadelphia, Pittsburgh, she underperformed. So even the places where Democrats usually hold up and do strong, where Biden was in 2020, she came up short. This ain't our problem. You got everything you needed from us.
Exactly.
And she really fucked up not going on that one podcast.
The JBP.
No, the Talk to Her
Rogan?
podcast. She should have
Hey,
went
shut
on.
up.
She should have went on the Hawk Tuah Girls podcast.
No, that wouldn't.
She would get white women in droves.
Would've-
I'm just saying.
I mean, she messed up not coming to not addressing the Hispanics, you know, because you let all these people over here because you were over that.
And she just thought that that was gonna win her the day just because they were who they were.
These were hardworking people that came over here, got visas, and became members of society. They had to work to be Americans. They didn't get handouts. Now y'all giving out food stamps, thousands of dollars in food stamps, free housing.
To the new arrivals, like not even to the people that need it most here in this country.
New arrivals, and the Hispanic folks mad. They got mad.
Yeah.
Say, oh,
That's a fact. Yeah, Joe Biden played Despacito that one time, and it got him all the votes. Kamala should have did something similar.
All right. So
I promise I have more
That
than
was
just
Uncle
comedic
Luke.
jokes about your election.
I got 3 more takes here, or 4 more. Academics, you stole my tape. I'm not doing this no more. What I will do from now on, when I predict something, whether it's about music, sports, film, I am going to write down the date that I set the shit, the episode number that I set it on, the timestamp. I need it.
You're gonna catalog it.
I swear to God, we're getting farmed. We're getting farmed.
Well, we know we are.
Last week, I said to y'all, Thug's getting out. He's in between. I literally said the words in between a rock and a hard place, right? Because Gunna is tied to him money wise. He needs to start making his money off of him while he's out. But at the same time, how can you be seen with him? How can you still associate yourself with him given what he did, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know people were still caught up on his father's words and what he said publicly about it. But his sister said something different. His kids say something different. Lil Baby say something different. Everybody around him saying something clearly, but he the only one that ain't said it. I think he just can't say it because of obviously the legal situation, and he's going to have to find a way to navigate that.
Well, he's a tweet and deleter.
I was going to say, and then he already tweeted and deleted, so we've seen obviously where his heart is at. But did you see Axe take on this? I mean, boy, it was almost a verbatim, word for word. He's in between a rock and a hard place. He needs to make money off of Gunna, but he's also a snitch. I'm telling y'all, Thugs quite had private conversations with this person and that person, that person. He's a snitch. I know. Hey, fam, if you had the source, you should have beat me to it. I was a week ahead of you.
With no source.
With no source. I am shooting the shit into the dark. If you had the source, fam.
Lethal shooter over here.
I'm trying to say, and I'm tired of y'all, man. I swear to God, I'm sick of y'all because you know ain't nobody gonna see me saying it. But when you say it, it's gonna be, oh yeah, act right. God damn it, stop stealing my. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna put together a montage because this has happened to me quite often. This happened in sports channels. This has happened on hip hop takes,
political takes.
I'm telling y'all,
TV shows.
I'm telling y'all, I'm bringing y'all the juice. Okay, run with it. And tell them where you got it from, because they out here engagement farming. I'm telling you.
Bro said, I understand it now. Huh.
No, I get it.
Huh.
I get it now. Because I swear to God, I pulled that off my hip when I seen he was getting out. And I'm like, well, damn, Gunna is mighty hot right now, music-wise. And that can definitely benefit Thug financially. And I just started thinking it through. I'm like, but no, man, I'm not with the whole, oh, no, he was actually cool with him snitching. All that bullshit, that propaganda that was probably coming from Gunna's management at the time. I'm not into that. I know words. I know what I heard when I seen you stand up and say, yes, YSL is a gang and he's on trial for running a criminal organization. There's really not that much confusion there. He told. So how this all plays itself out, I don't know how it's going to go. Again, Thug needs the money. Gunna's hot. And any assault on his reputation is going to affect the money. So what do you do?
Well, after the tweet and delete, Gunna's probably just going to distance himself. Why would Gunna need to do anything?
Though, man, you want the bread?
No, why would Gunna do anything?
Oh, Gunna's not gonna do shit.
Yeah, Gunna's like, oh no, fuck you, bro.
Thug handle it. But yeah, I see you, I see you, academics. You should just go ahead and subscribe. Shout us out. You know what I'm saying? If we locked in like that, you might as well go ahead and shout us out, bro.
It's up with you. Handle your case.
Jesus. Well, yeah, no, never mind. Sorry, never mind. Oh, Meg Thee Stallion. No. Yeah. Well, she didn't lose all of hers like Ice Spice.
It still jiggles.
Apparently,
it does.
It still jiggles. It's the LAPD is looking for her driver.
Oh, I saw that.
Apparently, he was missing. Maybe he wasn't at the time officially reported missing, but I haven't seen any updates that he's been found.
Are you talking about the one that filed the case because she was doing No,
not that one.
That was Tory Lanez's driver, I thought.
No, that was her.
Oh no, that was the cameraman.
Yeah,
that was
one of her people.
And he didn't want to join in.
This was the driver that was the driver of the car that night with Tory Lanez. Apparently, the LAPD are trying to bring him in for questioning, and he's missing.
I thought that was
trying to question him out though.
No, the Meg. I think that was Meg's driver. Hold on, we got the story right here. I can go back and
what they trying to bring him in for to question him about though.
I think it was something to do with one of Tory's appeals. They was trying to say that he was innocent on a lot of the little rap sites last week, but it was basically just like a motion, I think, to reinvestigate something. So they called dude. Where is it at? Where is the post?
Have y'all seen the cartoon version of the reenactment of
what happened?
She's wild for that, bro.
She did it?
Oh yeah, during her documentary or whatever.
It's a cartoon reenactment.
I saw it. That was wild.
So did it get any more accurate?
No.
Did you get an idea of what she's talking about? No.
It was like an anime version of it too. It wasn't animated. It was like they did it in an anime style. Okay. It was. I don't believe it. Again, I don't think she saw. I think she was walking away from the car, and she was inebriated. Clearly, I don't think she saw who shot her.
I don't think she did either. It seemed like the girl shot her.
That's what I'm led to believe.
And Tory tried to be a gentleman, and he's gonna do life for it.
LAPD is currently looking into the disappearance of Meg Thee Stallion's bodyguard, not the driver, the bodyguard, We recently learned that Justin Edison went missing right before he was scheduled to appear in court. The LAPD is currently looking into his disappearance. So he was scheduled to come in court. They didn't technically, because they did a follow-up on TMZ and said that same day that the story broke that he what the hell?
But that's her bodyguard. That's not the driver. That's not Tori's driver.
I apologize, y'all.
Man, I don't know.
I apologize. This is from 2022. How did I get this thing on my feed?
That article? Oh, it was a tweet?
Unless this is an update. Yeah, no, this is from fucking 22.
Is there not an update about it though?
Dog, I don't know.
Oh,
Did he repost this?
I don't know. You and I seem to be cool now.
Yeah,
so.
I don't know how I got into this, so we're going to let this one go. I thought
Academics.
this had something to do with the court filing that came out
Academics
last
knew
week,
you was
but
about to
it's
talk cash shit on the podcast, so he sent you some old news to make fun of you. He's trolling you, bro.
Okay, anyways.
He trolled you right after you gave the L to him.
That is crazy. How did I not see
Look
that?
at Act 3 steps
Yeah,
ahead of
I
you.
apologize, y'all. So then moving on from Meg Thee Stallion, Ohio. I told y'all that they had some weird stuff going on with the ballots when we were voting last week, right? So in Cuyahoga County, Cleveland, right? Cleveland, Akron area. Apparently there were signs outside the polling locations that were telling people that Jill Stein dropped out.
It said that she dropped out.
It said that she dropped out, that she withdrew from the race.
I told you, I saw signs here that said she wouldn't be on the ballot.
So what they were doing here, right? Jill Stein, when she announced she didn't have a running mate, which a lot of people don't have a running mate, right? So when she tried to get onto the election ballots in here in Ohio, she used a candidate for governor, a Green Party candidate for governor that ran back in like 2014 as a placeholder. She notified the elections commissions that she was doing so and that she'd have a replacement. So they went ahead and they picked Butch Ware, right, which is her running mate, which is why I knew something was funky because his name wasn't on the ticket.
Right.
She picks him. They don't allow the change on the ballot because she didn't submit her what's it call it? She didn't submit her VP, the real VP name, before August 12th. Right?
August 12th.
August 12th. Keep that date in your mind. So you didn't submit your replacement by August 12th. So now we can't change on the thing. She sued the commission, right? And she was unsuccessful. Ohio upheld it, right? They kept her off the ballot. Now, ask yourself, if there's a rule that says that you can't run on a ticket the way you want to unless you submit your information by this date, that applies to all parties, correct? Josh, Google when Kamala Harris was
sometime in August.
named the Democratic candidate, not to mention when she
Officially-
named Waltz as her running mate.
Officially, it was at the DNC.
It was
wasn't
at the DNC convention, and she hadn't had Tim Waltz at that point. She had not picked Tim Waltz at that point.
The
So not
DNC
only-
was August 19th to 22nd.
7 days after. So she hadn't even announced her presidency until 7 days after this imaginary deadline. So by Ohio's election committee logic, Kamala Harris shouldn't even have been able to run. The only viable candidate that should have been able to do what he did was Trump, because of this dumbass rule that you putting out there trying to keep third parties out.
Oh, but she announced. Wait, what? She announced Tim Waltz August 6th. So that was.
She announced her running mate before she was even nominated for the election for the position, before they even nominated her. Okay, so I guess that's what allows her not to have the snafu with the ticket. But again, her candidacy wasn't even announced yet. She didn't announce until August 19th. Anywho,
She
yeah.
announced her candidacy or her intention to run back in July 21st.
They
But
had
then officially,
officially her.
yeah, officially,
She had not been chosen
yeah. So I
as
don't.
the candidate. Jill Stein was the Green Party candidate already.
I'm just giving you dates, brother.
Adam Coy is getting my last L
Yeah,
tonight.
thank you for remembering.
Adam
this.
Coy is going to jail for the rest of his life for murder of Andre Hill.
Case took way too long.
took long, way too long, but we got the result we wanted. I hope he gets a nice, warm welcome in Gen Pop if he ever sees it.
Yeah, I think
Happy
they're
trails.
talking about appealing it already. Well, obviously,
Of course, he's going to
obviously
appeal.
there's- yeah, they go through an appeal
Everybody's
process.
going to appeal.
Yeah, so
I mean, if you have to face either constant isolation so that you can stay away from the
it has to be
hundreds
as a
of
cop.
black gang members that want to
Yeah,
stick
you're a
things in
cop.
you,
Yeah.
have
You're a
at
cop
it,
that
buddy.
killed a black man.
Have at it, buddy. Hope it works out well. Not really, but yeah.
But the other thing that's making me mad is that the Casey Goodson case is still being moved out, and it's not happening until February 2025.
I think they're trying to let the public fervor for that case die out because it was even more egregious than the Andre Hill case.
Facts.
Casey Goodson was shot in the back, walking into his grandmother's house with a sandwich in his hand. So-
More egregious because Andre Hill was shot walking out of his garage.
It wasn't his garage. It was his
Or walking out of the-
neighbor's garage or whatever. But
Okay.
yeah, I mean, there's no excuse for either one of them. I don't want to make excuses for either one of them.
Sure.
But the fact that Casey Goodson was pursued
Yeah.
into his domicile
Yeah.
and he had no weapon, and that was the pretense for you pursuing him in the first place
That's
because you
fair.
thought he had a weapon, and you shot the man in the back holding a sandwich.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
We need to see both of them, receive some, or the families receive some sort of justice in this case.
for sure, man.
Thank goodness we already did for Andre Hill, but it's crazy.
Any thoughts on that? Any last thoughts, Johnny, on any of the dubs and L's?
I think that's about it, man. For me, at least.
For sure, man. We definitely appreciate you coming on, kicking it with us. We frequent your channel, so I'm glad,
So,
we were able to get you back on here again. We got to do this some more. Let
even
the
though
folks
you
know-
be posting some BS YouTube shorts.
anyways,
I
let
don't
us
know what's
know
up with that.
where the people can find you.
You can find me on YouTube, Johnny Olden Jr. I do the pregame, postgame, do Sunday call-in shows. Usually Marcus joins me. Subscribe to A House Divided. And I do YouTube shorts also. I'll poke at Ohio State when they think they did something, but they in there dancing, bringing a milkshake,
All right, bro.
bringing the boys to the yard.
That's not what they played.
I didn't change that video at all.
You did. You clearly did. They played Walking Your Trap, Take Over Your Trap. Not no milkshake. But it's okay. Ohio State's doing okay. We're good. Why you ain't give a dub to Garrison, by the way?
Nah,
Hater.
shout out to
What
Buckeye
did you
Garrison.
get me, boy?
Both of y'all hating on Garrison, bro. Why y'all ain't give a dub to him?
Shout out to
Garrison
Garrison for his new gig on Voice of College Football.
I shouted him out. He was in my live before I got on here, so I shouted him out.
No, you shouted him out, but you ain't give him a dub here. That's kind of
You-
crazy.
Why didn't you give him
Oh,
a dub?
like the stream. Give us your dubs and L's if you haven't already in the chat. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. We do these every Sunday on the live. We'll have a lot of posts throughout the week, so keep up with us. Come back to us next Sunday. We'll be here around 4:00.
And make sure if you like college football to join A House Divided.
Yep.
Where we also do videos with Johnny quite a bit. Matter of fact, speaking of which, we good for Monday, bro? Me and you talking about Ohio State and Michigan? We good?
Yeah, I'm gonna be on Maze Madman, but and shout out to Maze Madman. I will be on there.
Mad man,
I
unfortunately.
think 7 or 8, but we can figure out a time.
Just let me know, bro.
So
Got
We
you.
got it. We'll lock in. All right, y'all. On that note, we are out.
we out. Peace.